Peace, 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 peace. It is another Tuesday, and you are here at the Black Bottom.
I've been thinking about you. Oh yeah. Oh, there ain't no one else that does the things that you do to me. That's why I get nervous. I try to be cool, but you see me the right way. Oh, and I see you too. I don't wanna push you farther away, no. I don't wanna play no games. I just wanna call, see if we're okay, babe. All I wanna ask you is, I don't wanna push you farther away, no. I don't wanna play no games. I just wanna call, see if we're okay, babe. All I wanna ask you is, are you down for love? Are you up for some? Wanna be together, be together. Babe, I want your love. I'll be the one you trust. You're all that matters, all that matters. I got feelings about you. Oh yeah. Butterflies every time I'm with you. Oh yeah. I don't wanna push you farther away, no. I don't wanna play no games. I just wanna call, see if we're okay, babe. All I wanna ask you is, I don't wanna push you farther away, no. I don't wanna play no games. I just wanna call, see if we're okay, babe. All I wanna ask you is, are you down for love? Are you up for some? Wanna be together, be together. Babe, I want your love. I'll be the one you trust. You're all that matters, all that matters. Are you down for love? Are you up for some? Wanna be together, be together. Babe, I want your love, your love. I'll be the one you trust. You're all that matters, all that matters to me.
So casually keep diving into concrete. So bittersweet. Huh? Keep losing sleep while driving in the backseat. What's left of me? Drowning in my fears, it's like an ocean. Negativity is getting closer. Hard to keep the heat when it gets colder, you know. Sometimes everything just gets hard. Sometimes everything just gets harder. Feeling like I'm missing some parts. They just keep on getting much darker. Even when
time and now it's too late. I hate to feel ignored. I need someone to care for me forever, to make me feel secure when we're together. I wanna feel adored. So now I'm gonna end this thing now. And don't you make it harder than it is. Just stop. Don't ask if we can go back. You know that it's too late. I promise not to someone else. Don't even try to go there. Just steer it through its fate. You'll have to find it somewhere else. Don't ask if we can go back. You know that it's too late. I promise not to someone else. Don't even try to go there. Don't even try to go there. Yeah, it was a big mistake, thinking I would wait. You never took the time and now it's too late. I hate to feel ignored. So now I'm gonna end this thing now. And don't you make it harder than it is. Just stop. Don't ask if we can go back. You know that it's too late. I promise not to someone
So tell your good lies, 'cause I'll find a better one. Yeah, susceptible now before the moment flies. Ooh, so tell your good lies.
Peace, 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 peace. What's good? What's good? What's good? Come on in, come on in.
It's not a problem, no, 'cause I know what I'm getting into. Yes. Yeah, and nothing can stop me. No, 'cause I'm addicted to what you and I realize. Lead the way, I follow. No need to say where we are heading now, babe. I follow to the edge of it all. So tell your good lies, 'cause I'll find a better one. Yeah, susceptible now before the moment flies. Before it flies. So tell your good
Come on in, come on in.
lies, 'cause I'll find a better one. Susceptible now before the moment flies.
Yo, we are back. 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 What is good in the hood, everybody? Shoot. What is happening? What's happening? What's happening? Shout out to everybody that's out there tonight. Shout out Big Mike. I see you in the house. Shout out to everybody else that's tuning in. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Hit the like button on the way in. It don't cost you a dime. It did not cost you a dime. Come on in, everybody. Peace, peace, peace. What is happening? What is happening? Come on in. You are here at another Tuesday and another episode of the Black Bottom Roscast, where I'm here to bring the real, be on some grown and adult stuff and themes and discussions and fellowshipping. We are fellowshipping tonight on this wonderful Tuesday evening. I hope everyone has had a great day, and I hope everyone's weekend was safe, and I hope everyone is striving to be the best version of themselves.
So what is this? Just want to be held? You want the help be?
What you think it is? Yeah, baby. And then I want to be happy. That's all right with you?
You know me. It's my duty. Please that duty.
Yo, another Tuesday. Shout out to everybody that's out here tonight. Before we go any further, this here live is sponsored by some water, some Duff, some tea. Like my man Big Mike say, get you some juice. And the word of the game. What is good in the hood, everybody? How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? We got a lot to talk about tonight. We got a big show going on. I know y'all been seeing the news and what's been going on all over the place. It's just been crazy out here. And before we get started on this, I will say this, because I had brought this up a few years ago when I was in certain circles trying to, network with other people and clubs and different regions and different parts of the city and things like that. But I would never forget, we was having a meeting, and the guy that is a so-called leader and that's what I call him because he is a so-called leader, which no names need to be mentioned. Um, what's said don't need to be explained. But he was wanting to know about different ideas and things like that that we can bring forth to try to all collab with and fellowship with and build so we can try to help the community. And I knew this has been a problem for quite some time as far as about mental health and not having the proper help for mental health. And I suggested that why don't we all try to pull together and do something for mental health, whether it's to try to establish a place where people can go to seek whatever help they're needing, whether it's um, spiritual, whether it's, counseling, whether it's medical, all that. And, a lot of people, they sat up and laughed about that. And I was dead ass serious. I was like, well, what the fuck? If y'all think that this is funny, it's not funny until one, you experience a episode of mental illness or you witness an episode of it as well. So I fell back from it. I didn't have nothing else to say about it. And then as I slowly was still around these circles and these people, it was very clear why people thought it was a joke or they just wrote it off because some of these people experience mental illness themselves, you know, and they just don't want to acknowledge the fact that, they had some problems. Because if you're going to sit there and laugh at something that is serious as mental health, health, then something's seriously wrong with you. Well, let me take it back. Mental health help. If you're thinking that's a joke, then it just defeats the purpose of me, interacting with you kind of people and being around y'all and stuff like that. And like I said, just looking at it from that perspective and then constantly being around them, it made perfect sense why they thought it was a joke because hell, a lot of them, like I said, they experienced that shit themselves. And that's something's not to be played with. And we see it in everyday things that go on. You think all these shootings and deletions that's going on all over the country in these different cities and different neighborhoods, you think that's just because, you think it's, just because of disagreements or just because of financial issues or um, relationship problems and things like that. Those things come into play, but the ultimate and the common denominator is battling mental health, battling mental illness, battling not really working out the problems internally to be a more productive person, you know. Like I said, this is not something to be joking about. This is something that's not, you know, to be played with. It's serious shit. And those that think it's a joke and those that want to snicker and those that snickered about it, even back then when I talked about it some years back, you're seeing where it's getting us, right? You're seeing all these different situations that's going on all over the news, you know, that really resorts in violence or some kind of, calamity, of some sort. A lot of it has to deal with mental illness. Some of it just got to do with just straight niggerish behavior and bullshit and not knowing how to articulate your emotions, not know how to conflict resolve and, and things of that nature. A lot of that has to deal with, mental health, you know, and yeah, man, it's just some serious shit. We're going to touch on that a little bit tonight with some of the reactions that we got. Also, for those that's coming in, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Hit the like button on the way in. It don't cost you a dime. Cash App is open. You're more than welcome to help donate to the channel to help me build this channel more. Every dollar helps a whole bunch of ones, beats a whole bunch of nuns, and definitely all proceeds will go towards the channel and helping improve it and giving you a better experience here at the Black Bottom Roscast. Also, any Cash App $20 or more, you do become the show's sponsor. Once again, since there has not been anyone that has beaten Getting and Keeping the Ring with Tiffany Hall Lee, she is still this stream sponsor. Shout out to her. Until someone beats $26, she will still be the stream sponsor. So we're gonna see how long her streak going. She's having the streak almost. You're gonna be pretty much hitting Ric Flair status, as far as being the stream sponsor. Anyway, if y'all didn't know, I did another live stream last Friday outside of what I normally do on Tuesday nights. I'm trying this out. I didn't get quite the views that I had from the last live stream I did last Tuesday, but it was still a good show. For those that did not know about it, you can always go back to the replay. Go to the replay gang. For those that's late in the stream now, peace and welcome. You are here at the Black Bottom Broadcast. Hit the like button on the way in. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. I'm trying to hit a goal. I had some good, engagement last week. Got a whole bunch of new subscribers. Got a new moderator. I don't know if she's in here in the house here or not. Truth Finder Jackson. I don't know if she's in the house here or not. So whoever else is here and watching, you can, speak. It doesn't hurt you to say hello and tell me where you're from and where you reside, where the money reside at, and all that other shit.
I ain't scared of you motherfuckers.
I ain't scared. I ain't gonna bite you through the screen. Hey, we all adults here. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get started with this live stream and these reactions. We're gonna get to a lot of stuff. This is gonna be a pretty interesting live stream, if I might say so myself. Shit. Anyway, it's gonna be a real interesting live stream. This one's from a man, Heavy Gant. He does a lot of body cam reactions, so we're gonna start it off with a body cam. You know what I'm saying? From a man, Heavy Gant. If you're not subscribed to his page, go on over there and subscribe to his page. He definitely do a lot of stuff. He's talking about an Ohio woman does some bullshit, actually comes up to bite her in the ass. So we gonna react to this one and definitely see what's up with it. Hold on 1 second.
And we are back. I would not be back like I left something. Guys, let's get into some of these body cam reactions. If you're not here for my brilliant commentary, click the link in the description. Go over to Body Cam Leak. Make sure you sub, hit the bell for notifications. I only do these videos for my audience. God bless Ohio. I tend to think, and again, I haven't seen this. We watched this together. This is somebody playing around with.
And just to let it be known, it seemed like a lot of the bumfuckery and the buffoonery that goes on a lot of these body cams, they're either coming from Ohio, Florida, some in Illinois, but definitely Florida and Ohio. Y'all like hitting the fences when it comes to y'all body cam reactions. But all right, come on, let's go.
With the court system, okay, with these protection orders, and this is where we're picking up the video. Let's not waste no time. Let's get to
it. Here we go.
Hello, it's the police. Call?
Yeah. So basically, officer had came out and basically she had talked to my baby brother, and she told him that if he came back, it would be a limit. But he has a spare key, and he had came and I took pictures.
You know, it said something about a protection order, or
Yeah.
do you have one against him? Okay.
I'll show you the pictures.
Yeah, let me see what you got going here.
Cause I really haven't been home, so I haven't had time to change my spare key. But December 25th, 1:37 a.m. and then
What is it?
December 25th, 2024. It's also on my snap. That's him leaving.
Does he live here?
No, he's from yes.
Now keep in mind, this is during the Christmas season, the Christmas holiday, and this the day after Christmas of last year. And it's bullshit already. Early in the goddamn morning. Bugs gang banging over bacon. But anyway.
Did you ever used to live here, or? But you just give him keys from over?
No, actually he took the spare key because initially I was in Youngstown, but I have an apartment. So when we didn't work out, I just came back home and he ended up just grabbing the spare key. I never got it back. So. But she told me to change.
Grabbing the spare key. Okay, it already sounds like this girl lying, man. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But hold on, you got a protection order. Things go bad, that happens. You got a protection order and you haven't changed your locks. You feel unsafe. That's what a protection order implies, is that you're unsafe. You need this person to stay away from you. But you.
And if you so-called need a protection order, and how you allowing them to get into the apartment and grab the spare key? And why do you even have it somewhere where he can know where it's at so he can grab it? We about to see some, this one's sounding pretty interesting already in the door. So we gonna see what's going on.
You just haven't had time to change the locks, knowing that he got a spare key when you could make a call and get the locks changed? Yeah, okay.
It's my luck, but I haven't been home because it's a lot of back and forth with him and his baby mothers. But basically, he called me today, and I guess she bleached his clothes and all his stuff. But he blamed it on me, but I didn't do nothing to him. I guess. So long story short, I'm pregnant right now with his baby, right?
Oh boy.
Of course she's pregnant.
Yeah, pregnant. Okay. You're having issues with your baby daddy. You got him on a restraining order. And holiday season. And you're pregnant. Well, you batting 1,000.
Pregnant? Why wouldn't she be pregnant? Come on.
So I found out he still talks to her. So boom. He basically told her like,
hey, let me just stop. I gotta stop it again, man. If you're not here for the commentary, go over to Body Cam Leak and watch it over there. This is how you know this woman is stuck on stupid. He got baby mamas that he got problems with. Okay, you over there, quote unquote, feeling unsafe and needing a protection order. Protected from what? From getting pregnant? Okay. You already don't feel safe. You let this man get you pregnant and he got multiple baby mamas and you want to talk this strong, independent talk, the propaganda going on out there in the world, like, oh, you can do it all by yourself, but you lay down and give sexual access to somebody that already got multiple children. Let's keep watching this.
Oh, she's faking a baby. She's not pregnant. A whole bunch of back and forth stuff. So the baby mom tried to argue with me. So then when he came,
33.
and I had the pictures and stuff. 30. Now he still talked to her. So boom. He basically told her like, oh, she's faking a baby. She's not pregnant. A whole bunch of back and forth stuff. So the baby mom tried to argue with me. So then when he came.
33.
That's another point where I need to stop it. Why is your baby mama talking to her? What are you talking to the baby mama for? You guys have nothing to talk about. Come on.
I had the pictures.
And basically, I bet you this is a scenario like this. The man is doing whatever he's doing with his life and his penis and all this other shit. He got baby mamas that he's already been established with, probably met her, dipped down with her a few times here and there. I bet you, if nothing else, if she knows about already his baby mamas already, I bet you her whole plan was shit, I can be the better baby mama. So let me get pregnant real quick and see if he gonna stick with me. You know, it seemed like some women out here, they got this in the back of their head that they can do it better than someone else, which hey, I mean, that's your thing. I mean, hey, everyone should have confidence in themselves, you know, as far as what it is. But if you see in this situation is already ghettofied as it is, why you adding in your 2 fucking cents to the matter? You know? But hey, let's listen to what you know what's going on with this.
Issues and stuff. So long story short, I don't know. It's a lot of messy stuff. But I basically told him I didn't want nothing to do with him.
Shit, you in the mess too. Yeah, if it's a lot of messy stuff, why you get involved in it? But come on, let's go.
So basically, I don't know.
Freestyle line.
I was
So-
texting her every day.
When you guys used to live in Youngstown together,
No, I didn't live with him. I was actually in Youngstown visiting my mom, and that's when I met him, which was like months ago.
okay,
And I would just be with him every day.
but well,
Did she say months ago? And she pregnant already? Oh wow. Shit. They ain't known each other a year, 2 years, 3 years. Pregnant already, huh? Yeah, I'm smelling some bullshit now. But come on.
while he lived in Youngstown, you were living here.
This has been my place since 2022, but I was staying in Youngstown for a couple of months.
All right.
So
How did you get your key?
it was I keep my keys on my thing. He basically just took it.
When do you think you took it?
He basically just took it. Okay, so he stole the key. Either you gave the key or he stole the key. It ain't no basically he just took it. Well, which is it?
He took my key November. But we was actually getting a month in November. Everything just came into place like the end of November. Everything
Okay.
started like
You called your landlord to get the locks changed yet?
I
Exactly.
haven't talked to him. He don't reply to my text. So this is my second time getting them changed.
Oh.
And I don't plan on being here that long, so I don't feel like
There you go. This tells you everything. It makes sense, right? Because Body Cam Link always does a good job with these titles. Okay. Okay. Let's keep watching. Come on.
they charge 80 to change the light.
80.
Mhm.
You can see. You can call Locksmith and see what they charge. It might be cheaper.
80 I don't plan on being here that long, so I don't feel like because they charge 80 to change the light.
80.
Mhm.
You can see. You can call Locksmith.
Okay. So you over here pregnant by a man with multiple baby mamas, and you ain't got $80, but you got time to lay down and get pregnant, though, don't you?
and see what they charge. It might be cheaper. I don't know.
Okay, that's what
If
I'm
your landlord's not going to do it,
I mean, well, damn, Heavy Gant, you got to understand these modern women. You know, they independent. You know, they don't need a man. Don't you know? They can do it all for themselves. So whatever these $80 that she needing it for, I mean, I'm quite sure she can come up with it. I'm quite sure she got a couple of racks in the bank somewhere. She just probably just don't have the $80 on her person. It's probably, you know, in the bank somewhere or tied up in Cash App or on a chime card or something. I don't know.
but then maybe a locksmith would. I don't know if it's cheaper than $80 or not, but it probably depends on the locksmith.
right.
Can I see those pictures again, real quick? That was 1 o'clock this morning.
Yeah, Christmas morning.
How does it show the
The
date and
time.
time again?
You hold it down, but that's in my camera roll. But also, this is in my snap too, so it's the same exact time.
Hey, that's what she mad about. Okay, this is after Christmas. What she was mad because he didn't stay there and spend Christmas with you. He got
9 times out of 10, like I said, she thought she was going to be the better one. Holiday season, you dealing with a guy who wouldn't think that y'all be together like on some holidays and shit like that. Y'all already bumping and grinding and shit, but you was that one off to the side. You probably was a motherfucker that fucked around and got popped off, and he wasn't trying to get you popped off. He might have told you after you done told him that you know, was about to have a child with him. He probably told you, nah, that's probably not a good idea right now. You know, already got this other shit going on, blah, 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 blah. Because you already know about the other baby mamas. So why would you get a part of be a part of this shit. You know, it's this shit I'm not understanding with some of you ladies out here that do this fuck shit. Y'all try to catch up a man to have him all for yourself when they already got shit going on, and then you talking about it's messy and this, that, and the other. This a mess right here too. And now here it is, the day after Christmas. He ain't around. You mad at him. You claiming that you got a damn protective order against him. So what you mad at him for? Hell, let him be. What you worrying about him for? Why are we here? Okay, why is the police at your door about this man that ain't nowhere around? And you got a protection order for him that claim that, you know, he came in and got the spare key. How did he get the spare key if he didn't have the key in the first place? How did he get in a damn apartment? How you get in the place without a spare key? Did you let him in? Or did he already have a key and you just sitting here lying? Let's go.
Other kids and other baby mamas that he deal with. Okay. And now you want to put a case on him. That's what it looked like to me.
That's
Leaving.
But he did try to take my phone when he left. I don't know. It's he just don't like the fact that I'm basically not messing with him.
Yeah.
He feel like because I have a baby on the way, I should still contact him. But...
Okay. Let me go look up that stuff. I'll be right back.
All right.
344-14.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, there is no protection order showing for either Will Crockett or Ms. Williams. However, she does have a confirmed warrant for damaging and endanger.
Did the dispatch say that this woman got a warrant? Did the dispatch say that she got 2 outstanding warrants? This bitch is trying to come out here and put charges on a man that ain't nowhere around because he ain't here because it's the holidays and he's spending it probably with someone else that he really cares about. You call the police, they run your shit, and come find out you got a warrant? Let's go.
Injuring, and it is for failure to complete the drug program.
Of course she got a warrant. Why wouldn't she?
Damaging, endangering, and failure to appear.
Failure to complete the treatment program.
Banji. Fucking up shit. Got to go to court. Don't show up for court. Duh, they will fucking put a warrant on you.
Thanks. I'll go hook her up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I want to make sure that was for Miss Williams, not William.
That is correct.
Copy, thank.
So he ain't on papers. He ain't got nothing on papers pertaining to anything that this girl talking about. But she claimed that she put a protective order on him. She claimed that he's violent towards her. She's fearful of her life, and he got her spare key, and he needs not to come back around here. Right.
Thanks. All right, so a little bit bad news. There is no protection order.
What? There's no protection order? No, bitch. There's no protection order if you didn't put one in, or it wasn't valid, or you fucked up somewhere doing the filing of this mysterious protection order. Let's go.
She came out and talked to me.
The female officer?
Yeah. She literally talked to him too on the phone. She told him not to come back or you have a warrant. And she gave me your paper.
I don't see anything in our system that says he was banned from here.
Go get the paper. Go get the paper.
Oh my!
And if you so-called was talking to somebody, a policeman on the phone, not at the spot of the so-called incident, but on the phone, yeah, they probably say, yeah, you can't come back over there. But did you follow up on it? Did you make a claim? Did you file the papers? Did you get a case number? Did you get a report number? Did you get anything? Did you screenshot it? Y'all motherfuckers be on these phones before we going north. Did you screenshot the shit? Is it in your phone? Is it in an email? Is it around your house somewhere? Is it in the wastebasket? Where's this protection order?
Literally called in here and told him that he's not supposed to be over here. So how?
So
How? You hear that? How? Because you didn't fucking do the order. You over here capping. You now is probably when you're trying to put a case on them. Now is that you probably trying to put them on papers and all this other shit because you probably gave him a chance. He was somewhere dealing with your ass. He didn't come through for the holidays. Now you're in your fucking feelings. Now you're pissed off and shit. Now you're trying to jam them up on the holidays. You know how it is. Shit, that time of the year, you get popped off for some shit. You especially, it's the Christmas holiday and you got a warrant? Oh yeah, you're gonna be sat down for a while. And depending on how the court systems are during that time in Ohio, you probably won't get a court date after the new year. You probably gonna be sitting in county for a couple of weeks. It's the fucking the 26th that's on this body cam. Yeah, you probably not gonna get seen till like maybe the 2nd, 3rd January. So now you done fucked up. You know damn well what you done.
So telling him a person not to be here, that wasn't documented.
So was I supposed to cut?
So what you
see how she ain't got up to go get the paper to substantiate what she's saying? There's a chance that an officer got there and things got lost in the shuffle. Go get the paper. She ain't even got up yet. It's a lot of evil, demonic energy with this girl. Okay. Now understand, if you know that this is your child's father, I know things go bad. I know things happen. I know we be at each other's throats sometimes in relationships. But if you know that is your child's father, and that's the baby that's growing inside of you, and you're gonna lie and put a false charge on him, not only does she need to go to jail, boy, that man probably need to stay away from this woman. Come on.
Diabolical work if that's the case, right? Right. We hear about these situations all the time when shit don't work out between two people. And the man's just saying, fuck it. I'm not about to keep dealing with this shit. And in order to keep them around some way, somehow, they just feel that putting them in the system is a surefire way of keeping them around. No, that's a surefire way of, depending on the type of person that you're dealing with, might go upside your head, might play basketball with your forehead and shit, might try to slam dunk you, between the and bust your head up against the damn washer and the sink.
Come on.
What you can do is you would, if you wanted a protection order, like an actual protection order, there's a difference between somebody saying, hey, you can't come around here anymore, and a protection order. So a protection.
Exactly. Someone on the phone saying, oh, hey, you can't come over here no more. You can't come over here no more. Yeah, all right, whatever. But if you ain't put in the paperwork, if you didn't go down to the station, you talking about this officer, this female officer was on the phone. That ain't going down to the station. She wasn't there in person that can actually do the report there. You'd have been better off doing that if that's the case. But you're not going to get a protection order over the fucking phone without a damn report number.
Protection order is something that you would have to petition the courts for, and they'll give you a legal document. You just have to say why I'm in fear of William, why I think you shouldn't really.
Right. You got to go down to the court office. You got to go down to the court the courthouse to file that. You got to go to their clerks and whatever. Yeah, that's what you got to do. You can request it at a police station. You can request it if the officer is there, physically, but you got to go to the courthouse to actually put it in motion so that they can review your paperwork. The judge can stamp it, and bam, it's a legal binding order. Just saying the shit don't come hell. How many times we done told motherfuckers don't come around, and they still come fucking around and shit. They ain't stopping shit. You just saying words.
Really no longer be around me within 500 feet, not make any phone contact with me. Right. Convince that magistrate to issue a protection order, right? Mm-hmm. And once you have that, and he is served with it, if he comes back, then we can arrest him or put out a warrant for him. Like if there's a protection order right now, can you show me that picture of him being here at 1 o'clock in the morning?
Right.
I can put a warrant out for him. No problem.
So I would have to actually go downtown.
I can give you a phone number. Okay. You can call them.
Yes, you gotta go downtown. You gotta get up off your lazy ass and go and file it yourself physically. Not over the phone, not on a website, not on a Zoom call. You got to go there fucking directly because you got to fill out paperwork and you got to sign it so they can review it and make it a legal binding contract.
And try to figure out how to do things. But here's the other bad news. So speaking of warrants,
what I got a warrant for?
You didn't complete the drug class, and you know what you had to go to court for. Stop it. And here's the other thing to let us know that she's a liar, okay? A complete liar. She's fabricated this story because look at the video that she provided for proof. It was a man leaving. Looked like he had something in his hands, and he was leaving. We didn't hear her.
Probably had some shit over there that was his that he was taking up out of there so that he ain't coming back. You probably ain't even got to worry about this man coming back and you getting a protection order. He probably ain't even trying to come back. That's why he ain't there now. What the fuck, But you fucked up. You got some warrants on because you doing bullshit out there in them streets, getting popped off, going to court. They telling you to do this, that, and the third. So in your conditions of your probation and all this other bullshit, and then you don't follow through. Yeah, they're gonna put your ass on papers for a warrant. Now look at you. The day after Christmas, you sitting here on some fuck shit because you being mad because you in your feelings. Now you about to sit down till after the fucking holidays. Happy Christmas. Merry New Year.
Her saying, "What are you doing here? You were told not to come back. You're trespassing." Okay. What she didn't do was call the police when he was there, right? She's mad this man didn't stay over there for Christmas. That's what I think.
What to jail for my warrant?
What warrant?
Criminal trespassing.
That's not it. For damaging, endangering, and also not completing a program through the courts.
Girl, you should have stayed off the phone. You're the last person need to call the police. You are the last. No, you're probably not the. No, yes, you are the last person need to call the police. Pregnant with multiple warrants and lying.
I can get a warrant for that.
Apparently so.
Because I did my community service. I just never paid the fine.
Okay.
That's
duh, bitch. You didn't complete what you needed to complete. You didn't complete your obligation. So yeah. And they probably sent you paperwork. They probably sent you reminders and you said, fuck them. Oh, it'll go away. I did what I had to do. No, bitch. They're going to put a warrant out on your ass. And eventually one of these days, and being the kind of person that you are, you're going to run across the police. You're not the kind of person that's just out the way and a good tax-paying citizen. You're going to run across the police. They're going to run your name someplace, somehow, some way. And guess what? You being on this big dummy shit, trying to put your baby daddy in the system on a fake ass fucking accusation, that's some serious shit. People could get hurt behind those accusations. There's plenty of men that's locked up right now on fake accusations. But because they either reacted a certain way or didn't have the proper proof of their innocence, they fucking, jam the fuck up. And it'd be 9 times out of 10, it'd be because of bitches like them, like this one right here.
That's probably it.
It's part of it.
You didn't do everything in 100%.
There you go. There you go.
So I gotta go to jail?
Yeah.
Yes.
What?
You're used to it.
I had a little bit of bad news.
See?
Merry Christmas.
Hey, yo. Hey, I'm telling you that evil demonic energy, that's where it gets you.
Nothing I can do. Like,
and I gotta say this, and this goes out to some of the women that be on this kind of time. When you don't get your way with certain men out here, and then you try to get your get back, so to speak, knowing that 2 wrongs don't make a right, but 2 rights make a love. But that's besides the point. But when you be on that fuck shit, always trying to, accuse a man of this, accuse a man of that, try to put a man, fake accusations and shit like that, it can come back on you. Karma's a motherfucker out here. Some of y'all just need to just learn how to let shit go, move the fuck on. You fucked up. You made a fashion risk and lost. Okay. And now you about to get jammed the fuck up on the holiday. The end of the year, you got a warrant. Oh yeah, you about to sit down for a couple of weeks at least.
You got to turn up.
Okay, I'm gonna go with you, Willie. We cannot call my best friend, please.
Yeah, keep going.
Okay. Bro, Zion, why do I have to go to jail?
What the fuck you mean why you gotta go to jail? Because you a dumbass bitch. That's why. You did some stupid shit. You didn't fulfill your obligations. And they put a warrant on your ass. That's why. Fuck you calling your friend for asking her. Is she a fucking attorney? Is she the judge? Was she the officer? She in law enforcement? She a clerk at the courthouse? What the fuck you calling her for?
Bro, I gotta go back to jail.
Ain't shit funny about this. Ain't shit funny about this. And you keep making jokes. And again, this is some evil, demonic stuff. That's what I think it is, man. You're trying to lie. When you lie on people, fabricate stories to try to incarcerate them and put them in a cell when they haven't done nothing to you, that is evil. That's demonic. And she's sitting there playing. She thinks it's...
And it come back on you. Like I said, it's called karma.
Cute. She think it's funny. So she's calling that friend that could have... Girl, don't do that. Don't be stupid. Okay, you know what I mean? But chances are her friend is probably encouraging her and egging her on. And she's sitting there smiling and playing, pregnant by a baby daddy that got multiple kids with other women, and you ain't even got $80 to your name. You can't even complete probation. You can't do adult behavior. This girl seems very, very immature. Okay. The bare minimum when you're on probation, like I've been a couple times, you got to complete it. If you don't complete it, you know where you're going.
Because I guess, okay, so boom, when I first went to jail, I guess because I had did my community service, but I never paid off my fucking fine. So I guess I have a warrant because of that, but I never knew I had a warrant.
Look, it's your problem that you didn't know. Okay, the judge or public defender or whoever, all that's outlined. Okay, the prosecutor, they outline everything. You got to sign that stuff. But again, she's not taking accountability. She's playing. She think this is funny. She's an adult. Ain't nothing funny about this. It's on your record.
An adult that act like she's 10 years old. Playing games. Trying to play with someone else's freedom. Hell, your freedom about to get snatched up right now.
And it stays there. Okay. And as minor as it may be, the fact that you couldn't complete something as minor as these things on probation looks horrible in the court. Looks bad. Come on.
I didn't know I could get a warrant. Oh my God, I gotta go to jail. Oh my, okay, I'm about to copy some pants on. Copy some pants on.
Yeah.
And I got my freaking braids in my head. This is embarrassing.
Oh, bald head ass motherfucker here. Fucking looking like a plucked chicken and shit about the head. Thinking this shit funny. There ain't nothing funny about having a warrant and the motherfuckers getting ready to lock your ass up. Ain't shit funny about that.
Oh.
You guys look them over that stuff. I gotta keep an eye on you now. You gotta.
Oh, I'm not about to run.
I know.
I have nowhere to
But
go.
I'm just saying.
And you already ain't got $80. You know what I'm saying? You know, this right here gonna cost you more than $80, man.
And I got my braids. My mother's about to be so ugly.
Worried about the wrong thing.
Oh my God. You got my number, right? Shit. It's 858. Yeah. Okay. Can I put some underwear under this?
No.
No.
You can throw those on over your
This
shorts.
is big. You act like I'm like.
I don't know you.
Man, that ain't gonna make a damn difference. They gonna find you. They gonna get you a nice little cot. They gonna find you some nice little DOCs to put on. You ain't gotta worry about going to no fat. You going to jail, bitch. This ain't the fucking club. This ain't going to the mall, to the show. You're going to jail. Your edge already and edged about your ass. Hell, I think your edges is at the jail cell before you got there. Looking at that side view, ooh, child, damn. Why not pause it right there? Shit. Y'all motherfuckers fucking with them damn glues and wigs and sew-ins and shit be yanking y'all fucking shit out y'all head, man. Y'all be looking like plucked chickens for real. Like, look at that shit.
You can put them on.
Right.
I don't have to let you do that.
No, you.
So I can't just. I don't have no underwear. This is
sorry.
embarrassing.
Listen, I'm
It's
doing
your
you a favor
problem.
letting you get pants on.
Can I go right there and put them on? You can stand by the door.
No.
Hey, what you can do is quit lying on people. That's what you can do. Okay.
What she can do is just shut the fuck up, put them damn pants on, put some over that damn head of hers, that damn plucked ass fucking what hair that is, and go and scurry your ass on to jail and just get the shit over and out. Hopefully this time, you learn from this. You take care of whatever probationary shit that you got to take care of so you don't get put on fucking papers again. And maybe consider what the fuck you're going to do with your life. Because obviously this baby daddy that you're trying to put these charges on ain't thinking about your ass.
Okay. Now, clearly you can't stop getting pregnant. Okay. Clearly you can't complete the rules and the requirements of your probation. And clearly you ain't got $80 to change the locks. Okay. You can stop lying and you can go get you a job.
Hell, you don't even need $80 to pay someone for some locks. Hell, you can go to the hardware store and get that shit cheaper than that and do this shit yourself. Y'all are independent, single women out here. Y'all don't need no man, but you don't know how to fucking buy a lock and change the lock yourself and put it on the door. Once you know that this man so-called got into your apartment and got the spare key. I'm still trying to figure out, well, how did he even get into the apartment and get the spare key in the first place? And how do you know where to go for it and look for it at? Because I know if I'm going to hide a key, I'm not going to put it somewhere where I know someone else can find it. That defeats the purpose of having your spare key in your place. You're supposed to know where it's at, not nobody else, unless you want them to know where it's at.
And you can get you a different social circle, and you can change this behavior, or you can keep thinking it's cute. You know what's not cute? Hey, this is a Breakfast Club line.
What ain't cute as them edges. What ain't cute is that stupid ass look she got on her face. Like, what? I'm on a warrant? Yeah, bitch, you got a warrant. It ain't cute. What ain't cute is that whatever the hell's on top of her head, she's having problems. She got problems. Hell, trying to put your baby daddy on papers is the least of your problems right now. You got a whole slew of them right
For all my old heads. You know what's not cute? This girl in 10 years. Come on.
I don't know if you got any guns or nothing in here.
I'm
Okay,
not-
good.
okay, I'm not trying to-
I'm
you're
about to
right.
not stop being nice.
I mean, never mind 10 years. She ain't cute now, but you get it.
Put them on over your shorts.
I
I don't know you.
don't know.
There's 15-year-old kids running around with guns in this city. Now that you know you're going to jail, sorry, I don't
I
trust
went
you.
to jail for criminal damage.
I know.
got into it when I did that.
I don't really know you. Just
Mhm.
throw them
I
out.
see where you come from. You're right. But me going.
I'm not trying to be mean, but
I know, but you're right. I'm not about to argue with you. But if I'm
Yeah,
going,
you shouldn't argue. What you gonna do? Lie about something? And why wouldn't she have multiple baby daddies? Did you hear what she said? She had an issue with her baby dad. That's why she got the warrant. And she also didn't change. She changed the locks on her baby dad. That's why the landlord don't want to be bothered with her. Okay, keeping that little dysfunctional, toxic behavior going.
Right, because if worst case, because most apartment buildings don't like for their tenants to change their locks unless it's some situations like this. Now, if you had a good relationship with your landlord and you was a good tenant and things like that, some things could be worked out. You could tell them, hey, look, I have a situation. My ex, I kind of, fearful of what's going on. We split. I don't know if he might have got a key made, to this place, but I need to change the locks. I'll change the locks myself. I don't need you to change them, or you can change them, or whatever the case may be, however you want to do it. I'll make sure that you have an extra set because they got to have an extra set to your apartment in case an emergency happens, something happens, or they need some maintenance to do to your place and you're not there. And they're going to let you know that they're going to come into your dwelling, beforehand. But how they going to do it if you change the locks and they don't know about it? Just dumb. She just look at her. She just a dummy.
Joe, for this, why would I make it worse by doing something like?
you would be surprised. The
I'm
kind
not
of stuff that I run
stupid
into.
like that. And if
Oh,
I would
yes,
have
you
known how to
are.
work,
I
I
know.
would.
You are, ma'am. Okay, this body cam right here, to the contrary, you are stupid. Your behavior proves it. The things you said have proved it. What you've done is proof. The story she's told proves it. Proves that she's stupid.
Throw them out.
There's a big Lamont, big dummy, straight up.
You come from, you're right. But me going.
I'm not trying to be mean, but
I know, but you're right. I'm not about to argue with you. But if I'm going to jail for this, why would I make it worse by doing something like?
you would be surprised. The
I'm
kind of
not
stuff that I run
stupid
into.
like that. And if I would have known how to work,
I
I
know.
wouldn't have called you.
Oh, probably not.
Oh.
Right. But that proves, okay, that you're stupid. That proves you got multiple warrants. You didn't complete probation. You wasn't smart enough to read the requirements, and you're too fixated on a man. And this woman is pregnant, and she already got a kid, and she going to jail, and she ain't got $80. I'm not stupid like that. Okay.
This is ugly.
Listen,
This
unless they're
behavior's
white,
ugly.
they ain't gonna let you take them with you. They're
I
gonna take
know,
them away
but
from you
this-
anyways.
I know. Can I just change it for you then?
No,
I could put my shirt down. I
do
literally.
not.
Hell no. You hear that, cop? No, you can't change in front of me. You already said you ain't got underwear on, and you've already proven that you're a liar. So then what you gonna say? That he tried to do something to you or told you had to change right there? People be lying.
Right, because a lot of women be doing that dumb shit, be trying to do little crazy shit to get out of their bullshit with the officer or whatever. Oh, he touched me. He tried to rape me. He tried to unalive me. Blah, blah, blah. He tried to take my cookies. Oh, stupid.
Man, and she's proved it.
Okay. Just, I don't have no underwear.
Okay, what information do you have?
They right there.
Hit the like button on the way in, y'all. Hit the like button on the way in.
countenance with police. You know,
All right.
I'm not trying to make it like that, but listen, you gotta understand
I'm just
how people can be with us. You know what I mean?
Coffee my body, they can take it out the bill, so now we about
Of course, man. Put your bonnet on. That's only right. That's only right.
I
You
just
can
took
take it
my
with
wig
you.
off. I'm trying to cause no problem.
See the Applejack.
My socks took now.
Hey, the popcorn. This is what she should have had on initially. This lets you know what time it is, man.
I already
You
went in
want to
there.
open it?
Oh, go ahead.
Don't have nothing.
You got white socks?
Man, y'all motherfuckers in the goddamn bonnets. You got that big dumbass bonnet for that little ass head. Big dumbass pizza man bonnet. Chef Boyardee size ass bonnet for that much of fucking hair and shit.
Socks. They'll let you keep white socks.
I want to talk.
Man, I don't care about that. I don't care about none of that, man.
You going to jail. You going to jail, dumbass. That's what the fuck you get for trying to lie on motherfucker. Cause they ain't trying to fuck with you and shit. Well, this shit be killing me how some of these women be doing, man. They be trying to jam a nigga up and be just as criminal minded as them. Now look.
This is uncomfortable.
Good. It's supposed to be uncomfortable. Getting arrested is not supposed to be comfortable, ma'am.
It's not comfortable. It's not cool. It ain't fashionable. It's none of the above. It's all of the above as far as that. But it's not a highlight. You know, what you do today? Shit. Went to work. Went got something to eat. Came back home and got popped off because I went to jail doing something stupid.
I'm trying to question. Am I comfortable? What's today?
It's Thursday the 26th.
Okay, do you think I'll be in there a long time?
We can only hope. We can only hope.
I don't know.
Because last time I just was in there for a day. I don't want.
You getting arrested between Christmas and New Year's. Yeah, you're gonna be sitting for a bit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, get used to that.
I'll be back in there.
I know. You can ask the deputy when you get in there.
Okay.
They'll have more information probably.
I never knew I could have a warrant for not paying that.
Oh, you didn't know.
That's my fault, so. I go, not even a criminal.
No, you're a liar. Okay, don't say you're not a criminal. I think being a liar is worse than being a criminal. Being a liar is worse than being a criminal. Okay, you can justify being a criminal to me, just as an individual. I'll sit up here and tell you to be a square all day, but you tell me about your life, that may make it make sense to me as to why you busting the moves that you're busting. What you can't do, what is impossible for you to do, is to convince me that you had to put a false charge on somebody. You had to. And here's the other problem I have with this, y'all. She going to jail for her own warrants. She not going to jail because she lied. She's not going to jail because she tried to put a false charge on somebody. So people are able to move like this and act like this and do things like this with no recourse. They're able to.
And it got to stop because it be, like I say, these be the kind of women that get motherfuckers hurt. Doing that fuck shit, being all in your feelings. And since you can't get your way, now you want to try to jam another motherfucker up. You know, right there, she kind of reminds me of a motherfucker I knew some years back. Couldn't keep a man. Always claimed, you know, she was strong, independent, you know, sister, shit like that. Every few months, I would see this woman with a different dude. Talking about, yeah, we're in love. Oh, we gonna get married. She met him in April and shit. She done already to move the motherfucker in her crib and shit like that around her young daughter. Keep in mind, you know, she one of them kind of women that always used to have all these different men that she would date around her goddamn daughter. in which I thought that was a problem. Now I ain't gonna lie, that this is a long while ago. I briefly dated this woman, but the girl was nuttier than squirrel shit, so it didn't last. So, as a matter of fact, right when I was kicking her to the curb, is right when I had met my wife. And that was shit. Well, yeah, over 12 years ago. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's been a while, but man, I used to see you on social media all the time before I had to do another page on my Facebook. My original Facebook that I had ever since fucking 2009 got screwed over because of some evil bitches not getting their way because a motherfucker stopped, being around you and not thinking about what the fuck you got going on. So they want to report my page and say all kind of ill foul shit. And Facebook shut my other page down, my original page down. So I had to make a whole new page. Fuck y'all, fuck that. But you know what? It was good because I got rid of a lot of dead weight people that was on there. But yeah, looking at her right there reminds me of that girl. She looked just like that. Just crazy looking. You know what I'm saying? And just ready to pop off when she don't get her goddamn way. And like I say, with that one I'm talking about, every few months, it was someone new. Because after it got good in love, now she's all in love, posting all shit all on Facebook. 2 weeks later, now he ain't shit. Fuck this. I'm single, blah, blah, blah. A month and a half go by. She found another motherfucker. That shit lasts 2-3 months, talking shit. Another motherfucker. I mean, just on and on and on and on. Like, bitch, sit your ass down. Maybe the common denominator is you. Maybe all these niggas just can't be this. All of them just no good. I think you got something to do with that shit too. So maybe you should like fall back for a while, get out the game for a minute, reevaluate yourself, see what's really happening with you. Maybe you could do better. If you knew better, you do better.
Just to create lie stories and destroy people's reputation. Come on.
That's crazy. I didn't know she was. So if there's no protection order on my baby dad, that means I can still be around him, right?
See? You see what I'm saying? I'm trying to tell you, man, I am surgical with this shit, dog. You see what I'm saying? She loved that man. She's mad that man didn't hang out with her on Christmas. He had other kids. He got other kids, and he probably really care about his other baby mamas and not you.
And you're not that important in this life, because if he was, he'd be over there on the holidays, not wherever he's at. Maybe he's with his family. Maybe he's with his other baby mom. It's the day after Christmas. What the fuck? And I'm quite sure he wasn't. Well, you said he was there that early that morning or whatever. Probably to get some shit and leave.
Okay, now this is keeping it real. It's keeping it real. I don't advocate for men to string women along and go over there and sleep with them just because you got a kid with them and then you create your baby mother into a monster. I don't advocate that either. But listen to this. That man wasn't kicked out that house. Okay, she'd be blowing that man's phone up. I bet you if he was on the same board, he'd show you everything in his call log is her. All the messages are her. Lying. And then it makes it bad for real women who have real issues with men that are stalking them. And then the police and people don't believe them because more people do what she doing.
That's crazy. I didn't know she was. So if there's no protection order on my baby dad, that means I can still be around him, right?
If you had one against him, he can't be around you.
Because that's what the lady said, but you said there's no protection order in the system. So that means I guess it can be.
No, bitch, because you didn't put it in. You asking questions you already know the answer to. This a dummy.
If I have a bond, I guess he's gonna have to pay.
You see that? He gonna have to pay it. I wouldn't pay shit. She just be in there.
The woman was
Right. Yeah, man. Shit crazy. But yeah, that's the shit that goes on. You know, some motherfuckers just love to try to jam a brother up on some fuck shit. Anyway, hey, what's going on? Anybody out there? Hello, 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 hello. Who's out there? Who's out there? Who's chilling? For those that's coming in, I appreciate you. Subscribe, please subscribe, please subscribe to the Black Bottom Roscast. I am looking for more subscribers. I'm trying to hit a goal. Hopefully, we hit that goal. I hope everybody's doing good. Hit the like button on the way in. And like I said, Cash App is open for all donations. If you want to try to help out the Black Bottom Roscast, HBO, help a brother out. A whole bunch of ones beats a whole bunch of nuns. And that was crazy. You know, some of these body cams, they be funny as hell. I'll be watching that shit from here and there. And I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. Why don't I just react to some of them? You know, see what y'all think about them too. And a lot of times it just be a lot of bullshit, you know. And, you know, we got to do better as a people, man. There's some shit going on now about these BBLs and these motherfuckers not only stinking, but some of them are having so bad and so ratchet that they having fucking maggots in them and shit. Oh my goodness. We gonna bring this on in to the stratosphere. Struggle rappers. BBLs are rotten. Man, this shit's cold, but hold up. This is it's wild shit right here. So let's see what we're talking about on this one right here.
Body tight, but this tighter. Well, who the doctor? Where y'all don't see me in that gym like, girl, you don't see me in that gym putting all that motherfucking work. You talk about a doctor? Bruh, what? I said you be seeing me in the gym. Don't ask me about no mother doctor.
And if we live in a society where the women we have to choose from are not happy with the way they put together, so they result to extreme measures, what kind of society do we have? Because it's vanity. A BBL is all vanity. Vanity.
Yeah, at least with Botox and stuff, like there is some medical procedures or medical issues you can help with using Botox. I don't see any medical benefit at all for a BBL.
Do you feel like society pushed women to get cosmetic surgery?
Pretty much some of these women out here with these BBLs is starting to run amok. You know, they keep going for these cheap variations of these BBLs without, you know, spending the real money, and they having problems behind them. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we about to see what's going on with this, and we gonna talk about it. This shit's crazy.
Surgery, be it BBL, fillers, things of that nature. Why you feel that?
Because it's just like when you got a natural body, you look like a little boy. You don't got no sex appeal. You this and you that. When you do get the BBL, it's like, oh my God, your body fake. It's like, if you natural, they hate you. If you got a BBL, they hate you. What do you want? I'm gonna tell you another thing about that love.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Some of these women out here that's doing these BBLs, it's not looking good on y'all. It's looking weird. I hear some men say the shit is hard. It's not hitting. A lot of them talk about how it sting because y'all don't know how to properly keep yourselves clean back there. It's all kind of shit going on. The BB, and then some of these women losing their lives behind this shit. Going to these overseas people that, you know, got these cheap prices and shit like that, and they doing it wrong, not in the sanitized areas and shit like that. You're not getting the proper care after the fact. Some of these women are dying behind this shit. And for what? To try to look like some Instagram model, some star that y'all, you know, they got the money. You know, these mega stars and shit like that y'all be seeing with their body enhancements, they got the money to pay for that shit. Motherfucker, you trying to, you know, go the cheap route, go the EBT way, it ain't happening.
Atlanta. It is the main place for get a BBL and then become a personal trainer. There's so many personal trainers out there that got a BBL every day. They working out. I mean, you got to work it out to keep it up, but don't act like you didn't cheat. Just let me know. Tell me where you went. Then when I get back, let me know we can work out now. But don't be trying to make it seem like you just work hard for that, baby. You ain't do nothing.
Taylor Swift has a flat ass, but her fame, she don't need to go get an ass.
No. Well, the white girls, I mean, don't really have to do that. I mean, Madonna did it. But
a lot of white girls do it.
Yeah.
And it helps them with the guys who want to. What was that girl who was hot for a while? Azalea?
Yeah.
You think that's her natural body?
Nah.
You get what I'm saying?
Hey guys, let's hit legs as a BBL girl. Yeah, I have to say I have a BBL because these hoes get mad when I don't, but I feel like I don't have to because it's pretty obvious, you know? It's pretty fat.
I mean, you can get decently fat by actually working out, but yeah, yours is outrageous, obviously.
But I'm trying to build up my legs. I have been for like over a year, and y'all, this shit is time. I feel like people.
This is a thing in my community. It's very popular.
Like, you mean like BBL?
Girl. Girl, I want a BBL so bad some days, but I'm like, let's eat the salad. Woo, we gonna do these squats.
Well, yeah, you know, it's like here I am eating salad and doing squats, and other people are just getting a BBL.
What you gonna tell me that's gonna justify a BBL?
There really isn't anything that can like, justify a BBL other than vanity.
Nothing.
My ass was flat. I like flat little asses sometimes.
Sometimes.
A flat little ass, doggish style, is so easy to grip.
You can't handle the truth. Ladies, gentlemen, and polite savages, you are now about to witness a journey sure to anger modern women and struggle rapper fans alike. So there's nothing else left to do but get on into it. Let's go.
Polite savages, it's getting so bad out there that the BBLs out here are not only just smelling.
Oh no. This the shit I'm talking about. This shit here looks disgusting. And this is what you ladies be wanting? A little $5,000-$10,000. Y'all want this shit coming out y'all ass? Out y'all open wounds and shit that y'all don't take care good. This is what the fuck it is. This is disgusting.
But they are also
why?
Rotten. And you know I hate to have to agree with the 3 or 4 rappers. But Ruby Rose.
Oh.
That's real? I thought it was like them just throwing maggots on her or something. What is going
might be speaking some truth. That these BBL injections into your booty and your boobs will truly be the death of you. Polite savages and lady polite savages, I've been saying it for a minute now, that you gotta get your
brother.
Oh, god damn. I wasn't ready for this one. I've seen this clip before, but I tried to like forget about it. And I forgot about this clip. I should have known I was gonna see some fuck shit like this when I fucking put this shit on. I'm sorry. If this wears you out, I'm sorry. But let this be a lesson learned, ladies. This is some of the drawbacks that can happen getting a BBL. Yeah, it might look good if you get it done right and all this other shit, and your legs match it. You know, you might even be able to get away with, you know, faking the front with it. But you don't take care of it and you doing the cheap route with it. These are some of the things that you can be expected to get other than losing your life. This is the other part of it.
Body into the gym and forego those booty injection shots. Where we're gonna have to revisit one topic. You know, I don't like to get into the Cardi B gossip, but we have to say allegedly when the reports and the rumors were saying that allegedly, speculatively, Cardi B's performance may have been quite.
Oh, and shout out to the Chow Man Pod. That's where I'm getting this reaction from. That's who's on the screen right there. The Chow Man Pod. And if you're not subscribed to him, subscribe to him. Tell him Black Bottom Roscast sent you.
Quite smelly.
Allegedly, folks who were in close range at the Coachella bar said the air got thick real fast when her and her new crew started twerking.
Yeah, there has been rumors that Cardi B shit be stinking, and also it was a rumor that the guy that she was just with, at the offset, they saying it is rumored that he left because her shit stank too. You know what I'm saying? But we don't know how true that is. He hasn't spoken on it since the breakup, But yeah, that's what we've been hearing in the streets. But one too many people been saying that Cardi B shit smells. And she tried to go online talking about, man, shit don't smell. I'm Dominican. We taught to wash our ass. Yeah, your natural ass. Your mama didn't teach you how to wash a BBL. And you keep getting all these enhancements. So fucking knock it off.
So you have a smelly ass, and then you start twerking. So you just start fanning your ass at everybody. Your smelly ass at everybody. Oh my
From the
jeez.
street is that it was less body yada yada and more bacteria. I'm sorry, but the girl said it was humid back there. That's what y'all are smelling. Somebody said that it smelled like hot Velveeta and Sephora setting spray. Somebody
Oh, that sounds horrible. Hot Velveeta and some Sephora spray. Oh.
else said it was given gym locker. Now, I wasn't there, so we're going to say allegedly, but baby, when the internet start describing the error in your section, you know it's time to reevaluate.
BBL stink, do you hear me? Do BBLs smell? I'm Dr. Frida, and here are 5 things to know. Number 1, BBLs can smell if you develop fat necrosis, which is when the fat tissue that's injected into your buttocks literally dies. So when you get a BBL, fat tissue
and the thighs don't match.
Why would y'all do this to yourself? Look how ridiculous this looks right here. Ladies, understand everybody is not blessed with the Coke bottle shape, the big hips and the big ass and all this other shit. There are other ways of doing this. You can exercise. There are ways that you can strengthen up that area where you can make it look better than what it is. But it's called putting in the work. Some of y'all are just too damn lazy to. Some of y'all don't know what exercise look like. Hell, some of y'all think it's a plague just to say you need to work out, But if you want these kind of results, you got to put in that kind of work. This cheap way, this shit, the girl looked like a fucking pea, a human pea, human letter. Well, the ant life is in full effect in real life form.
It's like a pea. Like literal pee right here.
I just said
is
that.
injected into your buttocks below the skin.
I have not seen this video, so I just said that myself. It look like a fucking pea, man. That shit looks retarded, don't it?
And above the muscle. Well,
today, folks, we're gonna go over the letter P.
Sometimes some of these fat cells die, and when they do, they can release cellular debris and toxins, which can produce a foul odor. So if you develop fat necrosis, your BBL can smell.
Oh no, you know how it goes when it smells so bad that you gotta be plugging your nose. Where pinching it will not do with your fingers, but you're gonna have to use a clothespin when you smash a good old 304. Right when you go for the shocker, one in the pink and one in the stink, you realize she just had a bad case of diarrhea. Just like this one lady that told all of her business with her bad BBL, smelly and all, on social media.
When I would use public restrooms, it would stink so bad and the smell would linger. It was like an embarrassment. I didn't want to.
Yeah, this is one lady that was telling her bad BL experience, that it got so bad that her shit was stinking so bad that her guy left her. He like, fuck that shit. I can't take shit no more. You done ran out and ran a motherfucker out the house. You done fucked up the church's money, getting these damn fucked up cheap ass BBLs. Wait till you got your little tax money and shit, and took a trip to the Dominican or Miami. Well, shit, if you're going to Miami, you're gonna spend some money. But you went to one of these foreign countries and shit, Mexico, some bullshit like that, and got a cheap BBL, got a mommy makeover, so called, made your ass into a fucking
come out the bathroom with it smelling like that, and someone else was waiting at the door. When I say that BBL really ruined my life, I even lost my boyfriend behind it. He was telling me the whole time, like, you're stinking real bad down there, and I can't stomach it. It was the truth.
Damn. Your booty smells so bad, I can't hit it. I just can't hit it.
It got to the point to where I would be washing my laundry. When I would get my laundry out of the dryer, it would still smell like that rotten.
What? Even after you wash your clothes, it still smells?
Yeah, it's bad, man. Unheard. I haven't been around the BBL community like that to know personally per se, but the stories that I'm hearing, I don't think I want to.
Smells like that? Oh, days. I get upset at the freaking, if I put my clothes in the washer and then I leave it there for like an hour and it's a hot day and you get that rotten water smell, stale water smell. Oh my gosh. I hate that smell. That smell is one of the worst smells ever, especially when you go to like Disneyland or in public and someone has clothes like that and then they start sweating. Oh. Oh. I'll recompose myself.
If you have poor hygiene, your BBL can smell. After you get the BBL, then
Yeah, that's messed up, man. I'm telling you, we seeing more and more cases of this shit. This for the worse. It's fucked up out here in these streets for these ladies with these BBLs, man. They gonna learn. I don't know if it's a fucking phase. I don't know if it's just a fucked up epidemic. But man, let's go back to the natural. Okay, let's go back to the natural. And if you're unsatisfied with how your body looks, because look at this shit. This shit look crazy. Just put in the work. You will appreciate it. Men will appreciate it more, but your health will be appreciated as well. And you'll feel better about yourself when you put in the work and actually got some real results, not something that's store-bought.
then
thighs don't match.
Your buttock region will be larger than it was before.
True.
That's your point, right? That's the desired effect. Well, when this happens, you might sweat more than you used to in
True.
between your butt and underneath your buttocks. And if you're not using proper hygiene for this increased amount,
Man, imagine taking a shit with one of them motherfuckers and you can't reach your ass properly. You know what I'm saying? And you got to deal with that. The remnants of your human waste on you. And the fact that you're not properly taking care of these BBLs on top of that. Ugh. I can only, I don't even want to imagine what it smells like.
amount of sweating, yes, your BBL can smell.
Ladies, it can really be all so simple. But you got to get ahead of yourself and go get them dimples inserted right in your back and filled up with the fat booty injections. What a man really wants is you to come natural with your fun-loving self, with what God gave you, and the work you've been putting in the gym to be toning up your legs and your butt. Wide backs to slim backs, flabby arms to toned shoulders. And that right there is the key to success, to getting yourself on the next top slot position, to being a potential wifey candidate or a ring around your finger.
Men
Man, this shit crazy, man. This shit is crazy work.
do not like BBLs over natural bodies. Let me repeat this. Men do.
Okay. I'm going to like correct it slightly. Men love to smash BBLs. They probably do. It jiggles all over the place. It's nice to grab. It's nice to smack. It's nice to look at. Not greatest to smell. Not wonderful to wife. No one's wife really wants to wife up a BBL, right? But men still want to smash it because you just look at it. It's like, it looks smashable.
Do not like surgically enhanced bodies over naturally bodies. Men like natural bodies, but they like natural bodies that take care of themselves.
Correct.
That's the false belief. You'll get a woman saying, "Oh, men don't like natural bodies." I wouldn't
Well, if you're naturally fat, yeah, we don't like that.
like you neither if it look like you can wrestle. I don't like your natural body neither if it looks like you play on the football team. We like natural bodies that's in the gym, natural bodies that take care of themselves. We want you to be natural. We understand that you bear children. We get that. We love stretch marks. We love all of that. It's the ones that are letting themselves go.
Hey, some women, some mothers have that mommy pouch. I don't hate on it. I understand it. I mean, if you're a single mother, it'd probably be a little bit different. But if you were my wife with that pouch, I'd still love you.
And secretly, you're insecure because the chick is walking around snatched and you think that men are picking them over you. That's not real. If you go out in society, there's plenty of happily natural body women.
I always say, look at the top echelon men. They're with plain Janes, nice ladies, normal ladies.
With happy.
Right. And they're not getting these overly excessive BBL kind of women, like real well-to-do men. Hell, look at LeBron James' wife. That's an example. You know, she's a plain Jane, pretty girl, but she ain't got all that extra shit. You know, it's like, but these new generation NBA players, that seem like that's all they get. And Zion Williamson, the fucking Anthony, Williams, motherfuckers, all this shit. Hell, I just found out here now that Klay Thompson, shit with his ass, is fucking around with Meg Thee Stallion. And she claims that, I got this body natural. You going to the gym, we seeing workout videos, but we've heard around the way that, even Meg Thee Stallion got herself worked out. And hell, Glorilla, when she first came in, looked like a little beetle. Now look at her. She had work done. A lot of them get their work done, to stay competitive in the field, because it's the aesthetic as far as what they looking. But you regular ass women out here getting these fucking over the border ass BBLs, y'all not getting these same kind of results and looks. Some of y'all having complications with this shit, man. Stop doing it. Men have spoken. Men really don't like it. Now, Pookies and Ray Rays, they don't give a fuck about you. They don't give a shit. Because they just look at it like a toy. But real men, we're not into it. No.
Happy ass husbands.
Ladies, you gotta get yourself in the gym. Do them jumping jacks, them sit-ups, healthy lift and squats. Or else you're gonna be losing more than just the plot. You may just end up losing your life when you listen to ladies like Kim Kardashian, where her go-to assets was definitely all fakery, even though she says it was super legit.
People don't want to believe it. My butt is real.
No implant. This is
Shocker.
But if you
there is no implants. That's why you just injected fat into it.
can believe a vapid vixen that's selling you snake oil lies, then you might as well just donate to our Cash App if you really believe that's her ass. We're just like Dracula, the verse vampire. Every woman's desire to get a big old butt was from the first social media 304 thought herself, Miss Kim Kardashian and the Kardashian clan.
Everything Kim Kardashian does is a calculated move that is allowed. So if you're listening to her, you're being misled. She has not proven herself to be anything that is moral and stand up, where you can be like, here go Kim, let's see what she's talking about. People who watch her are unfortunately the young that are influenced by that lifestyle. It's a tragedy that she has relevance in anybody's eye.
Yeah, Corey Holcomb's outfits are always so freaking weird, but cool at the same time. Shout outs to
Kim
Corey.
Kardashian having influence is a perfect example of why this world ain't, especially this Western world, it ain't.
Kim Kardashian is responsible for impacting what we deem or women deem as, oh, I want my body to look like this.
Look ridiculous now.
No, call her or call it whatever you want. The impact is there was not a lot of people who looked like her that everybody wanted to look like. When you look at her sister Kylie, when you look at the BBL epidemic, it is in large part impacted because of Kim Kardashian.
You said you wanted to go for the extreme look. Was that something you always wanted, or is that something you decided on because you going into?
At first, I wanted like a Kim K look for sure. Nicki Minaj. I think throughout the years, I got more comfortable.
What draws you to the extreme look, though, which is what I'm wondering.
Me personally, I like it, but also good money. That's my goal.
Do you think if
I mean, she's not wrong. The more extreme you look, the more it's eye-catching. Men are just in awe, right? Men are so addicted to corn nowadays. We have to.
Yeah, you get more attention, but in the long run, you're gonna regret it. The health issues you're gonna have behind them when you get old, wrinkled, it ain't gonna look like how it looked like when you was in your 20s and early 30s. When you hit the 40s and 50s and 60s, hell, fucking Madonna wait till she's 60-something goddamn years old and got a BBL, bitch. Sit your old ass down. And the shit look retarded on her. Some elderly woman getting a BBL and shit. Fuck out of here, man.
To see very extreme things to get off, right? And extreme booties and extreme chests and all these things are going to attract men. They're not. I'm not saying it isn't. Again, it's just attention.
if you were influenced by other women on the internet, you would have never had plastic surgery?
I don't think so. I think society also has beauty standards. So it's not just social media, it's everywhere. It's always been a thing.
As one of the founding fathers of this thing where I want that Kim K look, they're not going to say it directly, but they're going to say, okay, boom, I want my hips, I want this, I want that. This was something that people wanted to look like.
She works as a registered nurse, but when Stephanie Alcala, the 25-year-old, knows what she wants, a voluptuous booty like Kim Kardashian, Stephanie has decided to get butt lift surgery. Miami cosmetic surgeon Dr. Constantino Mendieta says he's seen an 85% increased demand for butt lift surgery, all due to
So you get a BBL, it gets saggy, and you need to get it lifted? Is that what's going on?
Kim Kardashian.
BBL stands for Brazilian butt lift, and this is a surgical procedure.
Oh, right, it is a lift, isn't it? Right.
Where you liposuction fat from one part of the body and inject it into the buttocks. About half of the fat that is injected into the buttocks can stay long term, and some doctors will inject liters upon liters of fat into each butt cheek.
And you won't believe how she's doing it. Stephanie is doubling down on fatty foods.
Fat is the new gold in plastic surgery.
This is why women are getting fat and overweight. It's because they're trying to get fat asses, but not the right way. Just getting fat asses by getting fat and taking that fat and putting it in their asses.
And Stephanie weighs in. She saw that she gained 12 pounds of fat.
That little S curve, look at that. That is what's gorgeous on her.
Dr. Mendieta marks the fat-rich deposits that will be harvested to create that Kim K butt.
I want all this to go here.
Dr. Mendieta first lipos the fat cells from
seeing them do
back,
that into
hips.
people's.
Oh, this looks disgusting. This looks like you're going to a butcher shop. It's crazy, man. This is what y'all doing instead of doing it the right way. Y'all rather go through this shit. And I hear after the fact it hurts like hell. You know, this is what y'all want.
And tummy fat is then drawn into syringes.
I'm going to inject 2 to 3 pounds per side. Kim, you see this huge swoop. It goes in and comes out, goes in and comes out.
But if we don't say it's a tragical impact, we're not doing the people a favor. It just look ridiculous trying to look like these girls. They got before pictures of how them girls look.
The only way he's gonna cuff you and put a ring around that finger is if you stay as natural as you can be, and if you happen to do a little bit of that BBL work, then do as minimal as you can and not be looking like a cartoon character.
Agree. There's probably some women that do have BBLs and they look normal. They just look very nice. I would probably still be okay with that, right? As long as you don't look outrageous. And like sometimes, yeah, there's women that get their bodies done. You can't tell at all. They do it just enough to make them look normal.
Character. put yourself in that position to look outlandish. Then all that's gonna happen is you're gonna get tapped and taxed, where that fake assets is really good for a good night round of sex. And the hex spell that you really thinking that you're putting on the men will be reverse Uno on you, as a fake bill of goods that's been sold to getting a man of high value is really only deducing you into how you look in nude and another notch under his belt.
All right. That was enough. Yeah. I'm good on that, man. Y'all good on them, brothers? Y'all like them BBLs? Y'all like them ant life bodies? Y'all like y'all women walk around looking like the letter P? And I ain't talking about sinful. That shit is retarded. All right. Well, now we're getting ready to get off into what this actual show is about. And like I said, it was about the mental health that goes on around our neighborhoods and our cities and our state and our country. But it's also, we're going to be talking about this situation with Afeni Muhammad. That's the woman that stabbed and unalived her manager at McDonald's in East Point, Michigan. We're going to do some reactions to it. We're going to see some debates as far as with other people. There's actually people that's actually siding with this woman as far as what she did, saying it was kind of justified. I don't think so. I think it was kind of fucked up, regardless of how a person is. And we're going to break all this down. My man Black Balloon, he does a lot of different reaction videos. He's kind of like a conspiracy theorist in a sense, but he puts a lot out there. So if you're not subscribed to him, his page is called More Black Balloon. It's all one word. But he's going to break some things down about this girl in Michigan that I didn't even really look into. But looking at how he broke it down, I'm kind of like, oh, wow, this is kind of crazy. Hold up for a second. Apparently, there's some people that think that she was possessed with the spirit of Chucky, which is a fictional movie, but it actually comes into a real life thing. So hold on.
Hey, what is going on with y'all, man? It is Black Balloon, and I'm coming back with another video, so y'all already know what's going on, all right? All right, y'all, we're gonna jump right into the video today, all right? Now, a good bit of y'all might have seen lately in the news or IG, more than people are posting about this one a little bit more than usual, right? At least some of the channels that I see and watch on YouTube. Now, this was about a girl in East Point, Michigan, very close to Detroit, Michigan. She murdered her boss at McDonald's.
Mama is gone. It's not fair. It's not fair.
A heartbreaking scene in East Point where a dispute between two co-workers ended in a deadly stabbing. How police say witnesses helped catch the suspect.
In cold blood, DOA on scene, and she stabbed her multiple times. She was the mom of...
Apparently, she stabbed her over 15 times, and she's locked up right now. I mean, actually, she got popped off that same day, so she didn't get away too far. But what possessed her to actually snap, I don't know, but it seemed like she did. If you looked on her social media platforms, she did have a very peculiar obsession with the character Chucky from the movie. And she had the hair color and all that other shit. But there's some things that we're gonna break down on this video.
6 children, and The girl was 26 years old, and this was from a dispute about her being bullied and sent home often. You know, I'm guessing being picked on and bullied at work more than other people, right? So the girl went on IG Live and she made 2 videos talking about the incident. Now, when I got on her IG page and, you know, I just started scrolling down all of her videos, you can tell mentally she is tormented. She is very dark in her own way. It was very weird watching her because I felt something immediately before I even went to her IG page. And if you just, you know, maybe it's just that discernment in me, but when I was watching her IG Live, I just felt something. I felt something that pulled me in, and not in a very good way, but it just felt a little demonic, especially knowing why I was watching her. And as I scrolled down her IG page, which we're going to do in a second, it confirmed all of my suspicions, right? Now, what brought me to even do a video was the fact that she talks about Chucky the doll a lot. She made music, and I'll even let y'all hear a piece of one of the songs where she says she wants to be Chucky, you know, and she has like a couple of clips on her IG where she used the Chucky doll filter, and she would be sitting in a car recording a video with the Chucky doll filter, right? To where you can't see her, you just see the Chucky doll. Let's just say she has some very, you know, witchy kind of things on her IG. You could tell she's possessed. And I would almost say she's possessed by the spirit or the demon of Chucky. And I thought it was very, very weird. But I said, you know what? We're going to take this a little bit deeper for the first time on this channel. And we're going to dig into the demon behind the Chucky doll. Before we get to that point, I'm going to let y'all hear the 2 videos from her IG so you can get a gist of where we're actually going here and why we're doing this video in the first place, right? So with that being said, y'all, check this out.
Sent home early yesterday. I got sent home early today by the same person. I'm telling you, she's a bully. This shit isn't funny. She needs to understand that just because she's a mother and got children doesn't mean that she can come in this store, you know, disrespecting people, talking to them like everybody's beneath her. She has no respect. And it isn't funny at all. Like, seriously, man, I got shit I got to take care of. And she keeps sending me home early. It's not funny. She's playing games. And then all day, throughout the day, she keeps sending her little racial shit. And then throughout the day, she keeps on like putting negative energy in the air, talking about people, gossiping about people. It's not funny, man. That shit gonna have to stop. She's a bully. I'm telling you. She's a bully. She brings a lot of negative energy in there. She always panic when there's a lot going on, and then she try to manipulate that and make it seem like we ain't doing something right, but we are working really hard and doing great. It's just the fact that she panicked, and I caught her a few times making a mistake, and she tried to hurry up and play it off. You know, nobody's perfect. It's fucking McDonald's. It happens. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes, like, somebody might get confused. So fuck, it gets busy, yeah. But she needs to stop playing like she don't be making mistakes. I be catching her. So all that animosity and shit that she keep putting in the air and stuff, and then trying to tell me I'm always snapping on people. No, that's false. No, I don't snap on people. I don't go in there doing that. I tell her, no, I make peace. That's what I'm doing. I've been creating peace. So
see, right here, you can kind of look at her, listen to her and things like that. Yeah, she's having some issues. She's having some issues that she really needed to get some help. And this is the point I'm making as far as mental health help. If you don't have the proper information or facilities, this is what could happen. You get to crashing out. Y'all think it's cute, you know, oh, he crashing out and things like that. You know, we make all these things, you know, these cool little slogans, crashing out and shit like that. I take that kind of in a different way, man. I look at it as like, yeah, this is something going on with you, you know, mentally, spiritually, something. Something is really going on, and it's a lot of times it be too late, and people end up getting hurt or worse. This is the worst part of that aspect of mental illness. You know,
So all that negative energy that she's bringing in there and trying to manipulate it, no, that's going to stop. All that negative shit she's saying about, her personal life, all of that. No, she's bringing all of that in there and then playing games saying she want to take her belt off and beat somebody. Y'all act like my kids in here. No, we ain't your kids. Respect us. Stop talking to us like that. That shit is crazy. I'm telling you. But to get sent home 2 days in a row, man, and I came in on my off day to make up my time, and she still sends me home early, it's not funny. Somebody gonna have to do something about that. It's not funny. It's not fair. It isn't funny at all. So, she could keep being a bully if she wants to, but that shit is going to catch up to her. Because it ain't funny at all. It ain't. Then one day she coming in there talking about some, yeah, I broke my door in half and I had to pull my gun out on my kids since this and that. Well, telling us that, like, the fuck you telling us you pulled a gun out on your kids for? You sound like a fucking psychopath. That's what I wanted to tell her. She was talking about some, she blacked out. I'm like, yeah, you must have had blacked out if you pulled the gun out on your kids. Like, I'm like, what the fuck you telling me this for? Like to think she's like trying to make it seem like that she big dog or some shit. Give a fuck about you telling me about you pulling the gun out on a kid. I don't fucking like that shit doesn't scare me. You know what I mean? That shit doesn't scare me. If she thought she was trying to intimidate me, that shit didn't intimidate me.
man, you hear how she talking, man? Telling you, these are the kind of motherfuckers that you gotta watch out for, man. Brothers, and she's an average looking woman. When we get into the other reactions of her, you're gonna see different clips of her. She wasn't a bad woman. That's just kind of a small woman, like real petite. But some upstairs that I don't know how she what happened in her life, how her upbringing was, but it's definitely some things that she was seeking. She was seeking attention, definitely, and she was probably reaching out for help. This is a cry for help, but no one was really helping her, and this is fucked up.
Me at all. I don't give a fuck about her telling me about what the fuck she did. Maybe that's why they always fighting her to defend themselves. They probably felt like their life was threatened. The fuck out of here with that shit.
Now, just by watching that clip, y'all can already see what's going on. That was basically an early confession. She seems big on bullying because she mentioned it in one of her songs. Like, I was scrolling down her IG and she mentioned it in one of her songs. Like, some of her songs sound like they're straight from hell. Not even gonna lie to you. But you can see it. You can look into her eyes and you could tell something isn't quite clicking. Something isn't quite right with her. But you can see it. And it also is something where the other party doesn't know where they're pushing a person to who's already borderline, psychopath, who's already really there, just waiting to be pushed over the edge. And it's crazy because the morning it happened, she got sent home again. She posted on her story and she said, not again. The story said, not again. And then the next story said, and she laughed about it. And that was that morning. So that was it for her. She went back and she got dressed up in a hoodie that was a mask. Couldn't even see her face. All you could see, all the people at McDonald's could see was her hands. And she pulled up and she unalived her, stabbing her multiple times. You could see in the live, she already has the Chucky orange hair, the little wig or whatever she's wearing. She's already showing you, what she wants to be like, who she is possessed by, right? Now, this is her IG page, and it's called Official Rising Phoenix. Sad thing is, I don't even think she barely had like 2,000 followers before this happened. She's already over 10K. People are actually following her account. But look, This is one of the videos of her with the little Chucky filter right here. And she did this often. She would just be recording herself, maybe at work, maybe on break, not even saying nothing. She's not even saying nothing right here. She's just in the Chucky filter with her little orange, you know, wig or whatever she has on. She's there. She's fully there. But check this out, Black Widow. Check this out. Like, this is how you know she was off her rocker. Listen to this right here.
Times are done. Everybody don't deserve to be happy. The fuck I'm like trying to please everyone, and I watch y'all all doubt me. Chuck E. Cheese is the man I used to want it to be, until my law became enlightened me that I'm still the king of the sea.
Man, that's some crazy ass sounding shit, man. And I'm sorry. Some of you ladies are not good rappers, okay? There was a female that was on Kenya G not too long ago that did some shit from Chicago, claimed she was a rapper, and she said some of the most horrendous and remedial sounding bars I've ever heard in my life. Hell, my 6-year-old could rap better than her, you know. But this shit here is crazy, man, you know.
Look at her. Look at this. Look at this, y'all. Look. Look. Bro. I'm going to tell you right now, this girl is, what is that? Like a McFlurry or something, bro. She's in the playpen in McDonald's with the Chucky filter on. Look. Look, she's all the way in the playpen. The girl, 26 years old. Look at her. This is where you need to know what you are dealing with. And unfortunately, the lady who was sending her home and doing all that kind of stuff, she didn't know what this girl was possessed by. Bro, she is eating ice cream in a McDonald's playpen at the top. She ain't just chilling at the bottom. She's at the top of it. This you already know. Look, somebody said she really thought she was the bride of Chucky. That's why she stabbed a woman like this. Wow, wow, wow. Now, it's like, yeah, okay. You know what I'm saying? It's all right. You know, somebody says something like, yeah, she on her break chilling. She ain't bothering nobody. That's very true. But we all know these are telltale signs right here. This lets you know where a person's mental state is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, she might have been one of those little weird type black chicks, but sorry. You know what I'm saying? She was possessed by what she was actually into. And these kind of girls, you don't actually know what they be doing when they at home by themselves. Look at this. You could tell she was just very dark. You know what I'm saying? Throwing up her little devil horns and stuff. You could just tell she wore that.
That's just crazy. But he's gonna break down as far as the background of Chucky. So I want y'all to tune into this and listen all to it. It's actually pretty wild. And I didn't know about that. The actual character of Chucky was actually taken from something that happened in true events, you know.
Work, so on and so on. Like I said, it pushed her over the edge, right? But this is what made me want to do this video, right? So I found an article, and it says the real demon doll that inspired Chucky, which mutilated toys, strangled a dog, and attempted to kill a 10-year-old girl, right? So it says, amazingly, the killer doll was inspired by the story of a real voodoo doll that traumatized a Florida family over 100 years ago. And this is it. This is the real voodoo doll that is basically the demon of Chucky. Chucky the doll that we know in modern times. His name is Robert the Doll, and he now sits in a display in a museum in Key West, Florida. The doll is believed to be cursed. And it's pretty crazy that they would actually, you know, hostess in a
Key West, Florida is where this doll is, right? I'm not gonna try to say that it's all tied in, but I see a lot of black folk crash out in the state of Florida, do like body cams and shit like that. Just their whole demeanor, their whole attitude, how they interact. It be like borderline schizo at times. Some of the body cam footage that I've seen in the state of Florida, y'all be crashing out there. And I'm not about to sit up here and try to be a conspiracy theorist and say, oh, well, maybe being at this so-called possessed doll is out there in a museum in Florida that is affecting all y'all out there. I don't know. I don't have that kind of information to warrant that. But it's kind of, yeah, kind of makes you wonder.
Museum. And if you actually look back here, it says warning, don't photograph. And I rebuke this in the name of Jesus. All evil spirits, entities, and energy coming from this, I rebuke it in the name of Jesus. And you should too. Is it tells you in the background, don't photograph this. I'm not even gonna leave this in I'm deleting this video after we get done with it. Just for that. But it says Robert the doll was gifted to Robert Eugene Otto in 1906 by his family's Bohemian maid, who was believed to have practiced black magic and voodoo. The sailor suited toy stands at 40 inches tall and once bore painted features not unlike those of a jester. Legend has it that Robert, who went by the name Gene, told his parents the doll mutilated his other toys and would knock furniture over during the night. In the original 1988 movie, which spawned 6 sequels, the notorious serial killer spirit inhabits a good guy, doll, and goes on a murder spree to avenge his own death. When Gene died in 1974, the house was bought by a new family and converted into a bed and breakfast. Robert was found in the attic, which Robert the doll, and given to the family's 10-year-old daughter. Sounds just like a movie. But she soon began to suffer from night terrors. Her other dolls were mutilated, and she claimed that Robert moved about her bedroom and tried to attack her. She claimed Robert the doll tried to kill her on more than one occasion, and when the family dog was found, with a cord tied tightly around its neck, Robert was put in a trunk in the attic. Frightened guests to the bed and breakfast then reported unexplained footsteps and laughter coming from the loft. In 1994, Robert was donated to the East Martello Museum, where he sits now in Key West, Florida, but the controversy around him had not ended. Cameras and electronic devices are said to malfunction in his presence, and staff have reported shifts in his position and a change of expression. It says Robert the doll was one-of-a-kind toy made by the Steiff Company of Germany around the turn of the century. The servant who gave it to the 6-year-old Gene was said to have put
Germany, the area in the home of the Nazis, where a lot of them did a lot of wild shit as far as their doctors, scientists, and things like that. So who's to say? I don't know. Like I say, I don't know how true this is as far as what took place in the presence of this doll. But yeah, it's some wild shit.
Put a voodoo curse in it, using a lock of Gene's hair sewn into the clothing. The boy's parent often heard him talking to the doll. At first, they assumed their son was simply answering himself in a changed voice, but later claimed to believe that Robert the doll was actually speaking. So obviously, guess she didn't like this man, Robert Eugene Otto, 1904. They also said they heard the doll giggle, and visitors reported seeing the doll's facial expressions change. Neighbors claimed to have seen Robert moving from window to window when the family were out. Crazy, says, but the haunting didn't stop there. Visitors to the house heard footsteps and laughter upstairs. On more than one occasion, Gene was said to have found Robert sitting in a rocking chair in the main house, having escaped from the attic. Look at this demonic voodoo doll. Look at it. Look at them little black beaded eyes. It has hair. There's a demon in it, y'all. There's a demon. Now that is actually crazy, y'all. So I'm not gonna keep going on and making this video too long, but
Yeah, that's some crazy crap, but that's pretty much what they're trying to say. The whole he trying to say as far as with the whole um essence of where Chucky came from, where it was inspired to make the movie, and what Fini Muhammad tried to emulate within her own self, and it's sad, you know, it's sad. Um, Pray for the family of the woman that lost her life by her hands. It's some more reactions to this. Messi Michon, she talked about it on her page, and you know, had a few people, you know, have their opinions on TikTok and shit like that. It seemed like every time you want to find out something, hey, just go to TikTok, I guess, right? But yeah, we're gonna see what's going on with this, and yeah,
There's a whole video of her that I don't have time to go over today, but shout out to the Treacherous Crimes. I don't know if y'all follow them. They are here on YouTube, right? So he got videos of the redheaded biatch that took out the manager in McDonald's. So his caption reads, a McDonald's employee in East Point, Michigan is accused of STABBing her manager to death after getting sent home multiple times. Was this just workplace drama, or did years of trauma and untreated mental illness finally boil over? So her name is Jennifer Harris. I'm not sorry. The lady that's deceased is Jennifer Harris, and this girl's name is Afeni Muhammad. So it's seeming like people are trying to act like it's not her fault because of everything that she was going to. Y'all know how it works. So damn the victim, allegedly. This is how I'm seeing it. Who cares about her 6 kids, right? This is the only person that matters. Everything she was going through, it's not right, it's not fair. And she needed help and she couldn't get it. So it's not her fault. Crazy employee snaps after manager sends her home. She deletes her.
He'd been homeless. How she rented a room from a stranger who expected her to trade her body just for a place to sleep. In one of her videos, Afeni explained that she was renting a room from a man named Wayne.
So, no offense against Treacherous Crimes. Is this what he do? This what he do, right? But I feel like, and yes, I said that, they're trying to paint this narrative that the problem is the man that she lived with, which pushed her over the edge to do what she did to the lady in McDonald's. But at the end of the day, ain't nobody pointing no fingers at her for what she actually did, what people saw her do, allegedly, even though people said they saw her do it. But she had reasons, y'all. She had her reasons. So it's like they already starting to, it's not her fault, forgive her. She know not what she did, give her a break.
She made it clear that she only wanted a place to stay, not a relationship. But according to her, Wayne kept trying to pursue her, despite her saying no.
I'm just sitting at this park right now. I wanted to I had to talk to my neighbor Wayne again and like clear up everything with him, because how I said how like he always like he's always like he always like look at me a certain way or something, and I told him that like I don't want to have sex. I told him that. So it's like, you know, sometimes he would give me something to eat or something if I didn't make anyone on Instacart. I get that.
I hate to say this, but I've noticed this for quite some time in our communities. And I'm saying this to the brothers. There are a lot of times that there are some men out here that take advantage of a girl, a young girl, or a lady, knowing that they have something not all the way well with them mentally, but because of this whole stigma of, you know, crazy women got the best, X and all this other shit. Is it really worth that aspect of being with a person and ignoring the fact that this person could be mentally unstable, only on the simple fact that you're thinking of on some sexual matter, of some perverted, selfish sexual matter? Now, she's claiming that the guy that she's renting a room from was wanting more than just being a friend. I mean, like I said, when you look at her in other clips that we're going to show, she's not, she's not a ugly looking woman. I mean, she's average, petite little girl, shit like that. Quite sure there's a few guys that try to come at her. But then when you get to talking to her, then you're getting ready to see her personality, then you're going to be like, oh shit, this motherfucker crazy. But it's, these are the crash, these were the crash outs, as y'all say, that was going on her public platform. That now that all of us, after the fact, now we're all going and looking at this shit and seeing that this was something. If it wouldn't have been the manager in McDonald's, it'd have been someone else. It's just, it's sad.
But I told him like I don't want him thinking that that I owe him that just because he do that for me sometimes. I want him to think that I owe him sex. So now, like, after I told him that, it's like he's been crying and crying and telling me he think I use him. Dismissing everything that I do for him and did for him. Dismissing the fact that he had this condition that he'd been going through for a long time and nobody can help him. But me, I helped him get through it. And I cook and, I don't have a lot of money, but I still make money at work. But, I don't have a car right now. I'm still working to get in a car. And he feels like I owe him sex. And now he's mad and crying and trying to make me feel guilty. I need to just calm down. I'm gonna be okay. But I should have known.
In this clip, Afeni recorded a moment where Wayne was tormenting and trying to gaslight her.
I'm telling you, it's like a narrative is being painted that it wasn't her fault.
I'm in a bind, Nate.
Some other time.
I really need this money.
I mean, and there are really people out here that's taking up for this woman's actions. It's wild. You're going to hear some of this shit. This shit is wild, but, let's go.
I'm sorry, y'all. I told you it's going downhill from here. I'm sorry.
You can clearly see her yelling at him to leave her alone while she's in her room, minding her business and playing the piano.
I'm playing my peaceful music so I don't have to listen to you doing it.
If you want to watch this full video,
child, it's a lot. It's a lot. But let me read some of these comments and we're moving on. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I feel bad for her. I don't care what anyone says. She snapped. No one paid attention to the signs. My empathy goes out to her and the lady's family as well. My heart aches for both sides. It was a loss and failure on both ends. Imagine being misunderstood, feeling unloved, and being bullied. Everyone has their breaking point. I think the lesson here is that we should all treat people how we want to be treated. Now, child,
all right, being bullied is one thing, and that's a real thing, and there are people out here that do get bullied. But this has nothing to do with being bullied. This has something to do with a person that's been mentally unstable, has a history of some sort of violence with a knife, because it seemed like that's her weapon of choice. And there are people, don't want to make excuses. Some of y'all motherfuckers on this here internet, y'all just will excuse anything but demonize people who allegedly have done shit. have allegedly did things to people, and y'all demonize the hell out of them. But people that are actually, showing to be guilty of the crimes at hand, y'all want to make them a folklore, make them a martyr, what y'all want to make a statue of her and shit. 20 years from now, when we talk about this, when this pulls up in the histories, where y'all want to make this like, your Shagona Truth or some shit like that. Your Harriet Tubman, she was she been oppressed. Y'all gonna make her the poster child for bullies, bully victims and shit like that. No, she need to be the poster child for mental illness. This should be a lesson learned. This should be really case study. What led up to that tragic situation at McDonald's in East Point, Michigan?
And I say that y'all don't want to listen to me, but I also believe in, I don't talk to you because I don't like you. I'm not feeling you. We cannot be friends. I cannot know you. We go to work, and then you go to fuck home, and so do I. I don't want to be your friend. And I don't want to talk to you if it's not about work. I believe in that too. I think the lesson here that we should all...
And I can agree to that too, because there's some people at my damn job I just don't like. I mean, I'm not going to prevent them from doing their job, and they're not going to prevent me from doing my job. I stay in my lane. I let them stay in theirs. And when the end of the day goes, I'm gone. You're not going to like everybody at every job. There's going to be some people that you just don't fuck with. But that don't mean you fucking delete their ass, because you don't like them. That's far, step into reality and shit like that. Like, come on. I think that's the last thing I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about, man, it's almost time to go home so I can get the fuck away from you motherfuckers. But it's just, it's wild, man.
Well, treat people how we want to be treated. You never know what someone is going through and what they're battling. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I'm not trying to find out. I'm sorry. I'm not. This girl clearly needed help. Wayne, you're probably the reason she really snapped. She made a video saying the manager was bullying her also. Of course. She not crazy. She snapped. We don't know her story. Of course we don't.
See, but people saying that she's not crazy, she just snapped, y'all obviously wasn't following her. And it's understandable. Y'all wasn't following her. Hell, a lot of y'all didn't catch wind of this person until this incident happened. And on her social media, she didn't have a whole lot of followers until after it happened. It was stated that, hell, her fucking Instagram might have had a few hundred people in it. After this shit happens, hell, her shit's like 10,000 and climbing. She'd have made herself famous for all the wrong reasons.
The part of the story we do know is that some mother is not here no more. The part of the story that we do know is that some mother ain't here no more. And again, I'm sure there's video that's going to come out at some point, even though you got all the daggone witnesses. Then you got her video. She had a lot of videos online. This woman had issues for sure. That does not absolve what she did. So anyway.
And there be some cases that y'all be trying to let people off the hook when you find out that they are suffering from some kind of mental problem. And no, that is not an excuse to go out here doing things that people can't come back from. Oh, well, they was mentally ill and shit. They were sane enough to do what the fuck they did. If they was that mentally ill or whatever, seek help. Find whatever institution that's still out here that they can go to, even though they're far in between. This is what I'm saying. We need more mental health facilities to help with situations like this. We need more people to get out there and reach out that have the credentials to help people, with these problems, to help these people with these problems. There's so many people that take advantage of situations like this and people like this. It's sad. I would never take advantage of someone knowing that they were suffering mentally for my own personal gain. And anybody that does that shit is gonna come back on you, one way or another. I'm not hoping that it's something to come back on you like something like to this extreme, but you don't get good luck behind, treating people wrong, regardless of what's wrong with them mentally. That's not an excuse to mistreat people. If you don't fuck with them, all right, you don't fuck with them. All right, it is what it is. But to put bodily harm towards them and things like that, to bully them, stuff like that. Hey, I had to learn that, like I said, I got a coworker. I'm not saying that he's like this, but he kind of, he's a character. And I just leave him be. At first I used to get on like, man, why don't you like stop this, stop that, because he just does like weirdo shit. But then, I had to really think about it. And I'm like, you know what? He has problems that he can't control, and there's nothing I can do about it and nothing no one else can do about it. He is the kind of person that he is. God bless him. I never wish nothing bad on him. I just wish that he just shut the fuck up sometimes. But other than that, that's about it. I mean, it is what it is. He's harmless. But you never know. A person like that constantly gets bullied, or picked on, or messed with, you never know when their breaking point's gonna come. So like I said, it's not good luck to constantly, do people wrong knowing that they have something mentally wrong with them. I don't condone that, nor do I think that's just cool, nor am I going to dismiss it when they do something bad to other people. Just because they're experiencing these kind of issues, mentally, doesn't give them the right to put other people in harm's way.
There's all this, you never know what people are going through. You're absolutely right. You never know what people are going through. I agree. But those people that always say that they know somebody else and you can always attack other people, you don't use that rule when you feel some kind of way, but you expect us to use the rule because you say so. Fuck you, okay? Let me make sure I make that clear. You can always come up with these anecdotes and reasons and excuses for people that you feel sorry for, but when it's something you don't want to hear, you have no problem coming at me, for example. Yeah, I'm talking about me. And then you want to call me all these names and say what I'm doing. You don't think about treating people how you want to be treated then, right? But always when you want to make an excuse for some shit like this, and then you don't want to hold the Black person that she took out. How about that Black person that took that Black person out? You ain't got no issue with that. But if they was white, you would be all up in fucking arms about it. Your hypocrisy abounds. I'll continue to point it out. I'm a little bit tougher than most. I don't care what people think, because you're going to think what you think anyway, and I can't change your fucking.
And I'm like that too. I could give two shits about what you think about me because I know who I am. But we can't speak for others that might be battling, like I said, certain things. Hell, we're all not perfect. I think all of us have some kind of problem or another and going on in our life. It's how we handle it. Some people know how to handle their problems and their illnesses and things of that nature. Others can't, or others try to, and it's just constant things that just gets them. And like I say, it'd be a cry for help. With a lot of people that post all their issues and stuff like that on social media, it's a cry for help. They just don't know how to express it. That's just like a child, that likes another child in their age range, like like a boy, like a little boy liking on a little girl and stuff. He don't know how to express his emotions or his feelings towards that girl. So he'll do some stupid shit like trip her or pull her hair or throw rocks at her or some dumb shit, because they don't know how to articulate their emotions. Some people in this state don't know how to truly articulate their emotions, saying, hey, can someone help me? Because I got issues. I got things going on with me mentally, and and I don't know where to turn. I don't know where to go. You know, is there anywhere I can go to help? And a lot of times it'd be too late.
Your fucking mind, and you can't change mine. I wouldn't deal with anyone like this. I already said that. I can't hire you. But I think that where that place was, and I don't know, anybody in Detroit, maybe you know, is probably a place where somebody that looks like her is probably normal, I will call it. I don't go to McDonald's. But if I walked into a McDonald's and I saw people that look like that, I would turn around. Or any other place. I wouldn't. Yeah, I stereotype. I do. With everybody. It's not specific to Black people. It's just period. And I'm okay with that. I'm absolutely okay with that because I can do what the fuck I want. Anyway, moving on, child. Actually, moving on to her bond hearing, actually. My bad. A woman suspected of deleting East Point mother has previous conviction. Bond has been set. It's a good bond, too.
20. Oh, it's a good bond. 25 million. She ain't getting out of jail no time soon.
$5 million. That's the bond set for the woman accused of fatally stabbing her manager at the East Point McDonald's. Good evening, everyone. I'm Taryn Asher.
Senator Brandon Hudson, the 26-year-old, made her first court appearance today, and we learned this isn't the first time investigators say that she stabbed someone. Fox News' Camila Miri has the latest.
26-year-old Afeni Muhammad in court Friday afternoon, charged with first-degree murder. East Point police say Muhammad fatally stabbed her manager, 39-year-old Jennifer Harris, inside the McDonald's where they both worked on 9 Mile Thursday morning.
Prior to the stabbing, Muhammad was sent home by Harris for not performing her work duties and told Harris, "I'll be back."
2 days before the stabbing, Muhammad posted a video on her Instagram, which is public. This is a small portion of that video.
But to get sent home 2 days in a row, man, and I came in on my off day to make up my time, and she still sends me home early, it's not funny. Somebody got to do something about that. It's not funny.
Investigators say the suspect stabbed Harris several times inside the drive-thru portion of the fast food restaurant. A customer, a CPL holder, was in his car and witnessed the crime. Authorities say he shot his gun in the air, attempting to stop the violence. When the suspect ran out of the restaurant, the CPL holder held her at gunpoint until police arrived.
Muhammad admitted that she intended to kill Harris and stated that after she was sent home, she drove to a nearby park, decided to come back and stab Harris with a knife that she had inside of her vehicle.
Harris, a single mother of...
Child, we just out here with weapons in the vehicle, I guess. I guess, child. But again, but y'all can also, not y'all, you know what I'm saying, but y'all can also ignore the 6 children that she left behind, 5 girls, 5 females, and 1 boy. You can just forget all about them. They don't matter. The perpetrator, the alleged perpetrator, is all that ever seems to fucking matter.
Park decided to come back and stab Harris with a knife that she had inside of her vehicle.
Harris, a single mother of 6 and a longtime McDonald's employee, was pronounced deceased at a nearby hospital. Meanwhile, the prosecutor revealing this in court about Muhammad.
The defendant does have a prior instance of at least one that I'm aware that involved a stabbing, similar obviously to the stabbing that occurred in this case.
Oh no. Oh no, I know you effing lying. Oh, that's my fault too, right? Oh, okay. Forget all that. You shouldn't be able to bring up things from her past. Of course not. Of course not.
Involving a knife.
That prior stabbing occurred in Virginia. Muhammad's attorney arguing
she was in an extremely abusive relationship that was not only mental.
Oh, you know what that means, gentlemen. You crusty, dusty, musty, rusty, ashy ass bums. It's all y'all's.
Yeah, it's always us for making you ladies go crazy. No, it's you yourself. It's not issues. It's you. You know, but you know that's the narrative. You know, us men. You know, we push some of these women over the edge, and you know, it's just crazy. But I'm gonna put this on. All right. This from TikTok Crimes. This is another reaction that's breaking down in more details as far as about, you know, Afeni. And she would have Tupac's mom's first name. What's up with y'all Afeni? Y'all be crashing out, man. You know. But this is actually pretty deep. Strap in for this. It kind of breaks things more down into detail as far as what was going on leading up to this tragic event, you know, in East Point, Michigan. So TikTok Crimes, shout out to them. Also, hey, subscribe to the channel. If you are not subscribed, I'm trying to get more subscribers. If you do, in fact, want to be a moderator, all you have to do is comment in the comment section, and we can get more moderators. It's kind of a light night tonight. It is what it is. The show still goes on. We're gonna do this reaction, and we're gonna wrap things up. So I'm not gonna hold y'all too much longer as far as for the night, but definitely let's check this out. I'm gonna let this run a little bit, and then I'll come back in a minute. But yeah, just check it out.
For 5 minutes, she came back with a mask on her face and she started stabbing her, and I ran for help. She woke up every day and went to work for us. My mama died trying to take care of us.
I did my deliveries today by myself because I don't want this fucking idiot beside me.
And more breaking news this morning. Violence breaks out at a local McDonald's where police say an argument between co-workers led to one of them being stabbed to death.
I don't want to hurt anybody. Universe gonna have to do something about this. Because I am aligned with the universe. I deserve better. The fuck are you looking at? Why are you looking at me like that? You got something to say? Say it to my fucking side of my face, you stupid fuck.
Girl, I'm looking at someone who's about to fumble their whole life over a write-up. But you didn't ask me that on July 9th, did you, Afeni? No, you asked the universe. And baby, the universe answered. 6 kids woke up with a mother on July 10th. But bedtime, their mum was gone, and their dad was still locked up, leaving them with nobody. And this woman right here, she didn't just snap that morning. She'd been broadcasting her descent for months, posted it, filmed it, made a whole death wish cake about it. The warning signs weren't just red flags, y'all. They were red billboards with neon lights and sirens. But everybody was too busy, too scared, or too damn tired to pay attention. Well, I got time today, and I got receipts that'll make your jaw drop. You're on TikTok Crimes. We cover what happens when social media fame turns fatal.
Yeah, shout out to TikTok Crimes. You had to take my jacket off. It's gonna be a little it's a little lengthy. It's not that long. It's long enough. Kind of long enough to get you the whole gist. This, like I said, this breaks down what was going on leading up into this event. Shout out to TikTok Crimes. If y'all want to see more, reactions like this, as far as these in particular videos, go on over to their channel as well and tell them the Black Bottom Rock I sent you.
TikTok stars, Instagram couples, Facebook influencers. When their posts become crime scenes, we break down exactly what went wrong. These aren't just viral stories. These are real murders, real victims. Subscribe right now if you want the truth behind the trending hashtags, because by the time something goes viral, somebody's usually already dead. Here's what happened. Jennifer Harris was doing what millions of single mothers do every single day. The impossible. At 39, she'd been grinding at McDonald's for 15 years. Not 15 months. Not 15 weeks. 15 years of, would you like fries with that? While raising 6 kids after their father got locked up. 6 kids, y'all. That's 6 different personalities to manage. 6 sets of homework to check. 6 mouths saying, I'm hungry, the second you walk through the door. And she did it all on a McDonald's manager's salary. Some afternoons, her babies would show up at the restaurant after school. They'd sit in a booth doing homework, waiting for Mama's shift to end. The other employees knew them by name. Regulars would sneak them apple pies. It wasn't the life she dreamed of, but it was their life, and she made it work. Then in walks Afeni Mohammed, 26 years old. No kids, no real responsibilities, except showing up to work and doing her job. But see, that's where...
All right, let's go back to a second. Okay, let's that was back. Hold on.
Doing homework, waiting for Mama's shift to end. The other employees knew them by name. Regulars would sneak them apple pies. It wasn't the life she dreamed of, but it was their life, and she made it work. Then in walks Afeni.
Now look at her. She don't look that bad, and I'm quite sure if she was going out dressed like this, stuff like that, some of you guys would talk to her. Some of you guys would holler at her, you know. But then when you get around her and then you start really seeing what's going on in her head, then you might want to think twice. But from just first glance, you're like, oh, she's cute, you know, not knowing that she's suffering from something internally and hasn't seen the proper help.
Afeni Mohammed, 26 years old. No kids, no real responsibilities, except showing up to work and doing her job. But see, that's where the problem started. Because Afeni didn't come to work.
Oh, and then she 26, no kids. Oh, shit. That's a man's dream right there, to try to meet a woman, you know, that's young enough to still bear children and with no children and you know, no extra baggage. Shit. You try to jump on this in a second, right? I say that's why you got to vet, brothers. That's why we all got to vet people a lot better than what we do. And if we see some signs of things, try to point them in the direction to get the help that they need, because it could save their life.
She came to perform. Between the TikToks, the attitude, and whatever this energy was.
I got sent home early yesterday. I got sent home early today by the same person. I'm telling you, she's a bully. This shit isn't funny. She needs to understand that just because she's a mother.
Well, I don't know what jobs y'all work at and shit like that, but it ain't too many jobs that they can like allow you while you on the clock to be on social media like that. You know, see this shit I'm talking about as far as this modern day time and everybody with access to these phones and shit. Y'all feel that y'all could do TikToks and all this other bullshit any place, anytime, anywhere. Work is a place to work. Unless you got a job that you have to use your phone, then that's understandable. But if you got to fucking work, if you work in a warehouse, if you work in a restaurant, if you work in a hospital, wherever the case is, where you're working around people and you got to do a duty, you got to stay the fuck off the phone, man. She was probably getting sent home because she kept staying on a goddamn phone. Don't listen to negate that shit. Just like, oh man, she was getting bullied. No, bitch. She was fucking bullshitting around, not doing her job right. All right, there's a time and a place for everything. Do that shit on your break. Do that shit before you get to work. Do that shit after you off work. But when you clock in at this fucking job right here, do your job.
And got children doesn't mean that she can come in the store, you know, disrespecting people, talking to them like everybody's beneath her. She has no respect. And it isn't funny at all. Like, seriously, man, I got shit I got to take care of. And she keeps sending me home early.
Well, if you got shit to take care of, get your motherfucking ass off the phone and take care of that shit. See how we making excuses? We gloss know the fact that, you know, you're on work time in your work gear on fucking social media, bitching and complaining. If you got so much to do and so many things going on, then take care of that shit and get back to that shit later. That these phones and these web pages ain't going nowhere. These apps ain't going nowhere. Trust me. They know all you niggas be on them all day, every day. Y'all making these motherfuckers extremely rich being on their platforms.
It's not funny. She's playing games. And then all day, throughout the day, she keeps saying her little racial shit. And then throughout the day, she keeps on like putting negative energy in the air, talking about people, gossiping about people. It's not funny, man. That shit gonna have to stop. She's a bully. I'm telling you. She's a bully.
I hate to stop it again, but man, black folk, we got it bad. We talk about racism so much. I don't see no other race screaming and crying and bitching and moaning about racism as much as black folk. And we call each other racist. But I ain't gonna lie, there are some people out here that are racist, that are our color. Hell, you know, I'm not gonna say I'm racist. Hell, I might be prejudiced to certain things, but I'm not racist. You know, but our people love to scream that race card shit.
She brings a lot of negative energy in there. She always panic when there's a lot going on, and then she try to manipulate that and make it seem like we ain't doing something right, but we are working really hard and doing great. It's just the fact that she panicked, and I caught her a few times making a mistake, and she tried to hurry up and play it off. You know, nobody's perfect. It's fucking McDonald's. It happens. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes, like, somebody might get confused. So fuck, it gets busy, yeah. But she needs to stop playing like she don't be making mistakes. I be catching her. So all that animosity and shit that she keep putting in the air and stuff, then trying to tell me I'm always snapping on people. No, that's false. No, I don't snap on people. I don't go in there doing that. I tell her, no, I make peace. That's what I'm doing. I've been creating peace. So all that negative energy that she's bringing in there and trying to manipulate it, no, that's going to stop. All that negative shit she's saying about, you know, her personal life, all of that. No, she's bringing all of that in there and then playing games saying she want to take her belt off and beat somebody. Y'all act like my kids in here. No, we ain't your kids. Respect us. Stop talking to us like that. That shit is crazy. I'm telling you. But to get sent home 2 days in a row, man, and I came in on my off day to make up my time, and she still sends me home early, it's not funny. Somebody will have to do something about that. It's not funny. It's not fair. It isn't funny at all. So, you know, she could keep being a bully if she wants to, but that shit is going to catch up to her. Because it ain't funny at all. It ain't.
She's a bully. She keeps sending me home early. Pause. Let's break this down real quick. You came in on your off day to make up hours. That's point 1 for trying. I'll give you that.
No. I don't know what restaurants y'all done work for. I don't know any restaurant that's going to let you just walk into work on your off day and clock in at work. Now, if they're short-staffed, 9 times out of 10, they'll call you. You know, I used to work many moons ago at fast food restaurants, and it has been times where I've had my off day. And because they were short-staffed, it wasn't mandatory that we came in, but they would call and ask, well, hey, we're kind of short-staffed. Can you come in? No. I've already had plans. This is my off day. I'm sorry for it. Hope you can figure out who you can get to come, because it ain't going to be me. My off day is my off fucking day, and I am not coming into somebody's job on my off day. Sorry.
That. But Jennifer still had to send you home. What were you doing that was so bad that even when you're trying to make up time, you still can't act right? And notice how she said sent home 2 days in a row. This wasn't a one-time personality clash. This was a pattern. Jennifer wasn't targeting her. Jennifer was documenting her. There's a difference, and if you've ever had to manage people, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But Afeni, she was too deep in her feelings to see it. In her mind, she was the victim of some grand conspiracy. Jennifer was the villain, and she was the misunderstood anti-hero of her own horror movie. Oh yeah, I said horror movie. Because this woman wasn't just into Chucky. She wanted to be Chucky. That little demonic doll that stabs people while cracking jokes. That was her idol. She posted about it constantly. Had merchandise. The whole nine. Now, I know some of you all like horror movies too. Nothing wrong with that. But when you start modeling your whole personality after a serial killer doll, when that becomes your aesthetic while you're having problems at work, red flag number 1 through infinity. But Jennifer wasn't even Afeni's first target. See, while all this workplace drama was brewing, Afeni was dealing with a whole other situation at home. Her neighbor Wayne. Now hold up. Before we go any further, I need to tell y'all something that's been bothering me. After going through all these clips, I got curious about this Wayne character. Who is this man that's got Afeni so pressed? So I did some digging. And when I say digging, I mean I went deep. Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, public records, news articles about the eviction she mentioned. Y'all, I couldn't find one picture.
Because it wasn't what she wanted to put on her platform. There's one thing, TikTok crimes, and I'm gonna have to, correct you on. Yeah, we thought that she was nutty and maybe had a fictional, Wayne buddy. And no, she was living in this man's house, renting a room. She just didn't document the shit. That can happen. There are certain things in our life that everything we just don't put on social media. There are a lot of things that people do and be around that they just don't post. Just because they don't post it doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
Not one post, not one trace of this Wayne she's talking about living next door and bringing her food. Now, I'm not saying she imagined him. Let me be clear. I'm not saying that. Because if she did...
You are kind of saying that, but we're going to let that slide.
If this whole Wayne situation was playing out in her head, Chile, we'd need a whole part 2 because that changes everything about this story. But since I can't confirm either way, we're gonna move forward assuming Wayne was real. Because whether he was real or not, her feelings about him were very real. And those feelings, they were violent. So if Wayne exists, and that's an IF now.
And I'm sorry. And if I got somebody living in my house and they looking at me and have vile thoughts of me, you gonna have to get the fuck up out of here. You ain't about to be in my house. Fuck shit. Hell, you might stab me in my sleep or some bullshit, or slip some bullshit in my food, or any kind of thing, man. We gotta watch the people in the company that we keep, man, because it could come back on you.
Every woman has the absolute right to reject unwanted advances. Period. No debate. If Afeni didn't want to sleep with Wayne, that's her right. And he should have backed all the way off.
I wanted I had to talk to my neighbor Wayne again and like clear up everything with him, because how I said how like he always like he's always like he always like look at me a certain way or something, and I told him that like I don't want to have sex. I told him that. So it's like, sometimes he would give me something to eat or something if I didn't make anyone on Instacart. I get that. But I told him like I don't want him thinking that that I owe him that just because he do that for me sometimes. I want him to think that I owe him sex. So now, like, after I told him that, it's like he's been crying and crying and telling me he think I use him. Dismissing everything that I do for him and did for him. Dismissing the fact that he had this condition that he's been going through for a long time and nobody can help him.
Now, I will say this now. There are times and there are situations, and let's be real and let's be adults. Ain't no man on this God green earth is going to let some young, single, childless woman live in their house, walk around their house, and not have no thoughts of not wanting to, to have relations, so to speak. I mean, she ain't a bad looking woman. And, telling him what was going on with this guy and what he had or what he was doing. But I think, and that's another thing that goes on. Ladies, some of y'all ladies need to stop putting yourselves in situations where you might need a man's help. That's not your man, not your husband. They're going to want something in return. And yeah, you might have been paying it, whatever rent y'all discussed about it, but I'm quite sure he probably wanted to see and do more. If you didn't want that, then you shouldn't have put yourself in that situation where you're living in this man's house. Should have your own house. I mean, if you had some shit going on in Virginia, you were living in Virginia, hell, this is Michigan. What made you go from the previous run-ins you've had with your pattern of violence?
But me, I helped him get through it. And I cook, and I don't have a lot of money, but I still make money at work. But I don't have a car right now. I'm still working to get in a car, and he feels like I owe him sack.
And whatever she's doing, hell, she put herself in a situation where she had a car. Hell, those videos that she was posting before this incident happened at McDonald's, she was sitting in her car. So obviously she did something and she was making a decent amount of money. I know some people like to try to shit on McDonald's and shit like that, but McDonald's, you can actually make good money at McDonald's. Yeah, you ain't gonna like the kind of work you're doing. You ain't gonna like the hours and not having set schedules and shit like that. But hell, there's some employees that have went on to own their own franchise. These are independently owned restaurants now. It's not like, I mean, it's corporate, but they're still individual. You can move up and become your own owner of a restaurant, depending on how hard you work and how long you've been there. So it can happen. You can make good money at this place. Flipping burgers. Salt and fries and shit. Making hot apple pies and all this other shit. Eating that crazy ass food. McDonald's ain't the same, man. When I was young, McDonald's was so good. They food was totally different than what it used to be.
And now he's mad and crying and trying to make me feel guilty. I need to just calm down. I'm gonna be okay. But I should have known. I'm playing my peaceful music so I don't have to listen to you doing this, and you're interrupting my music, calling my phone. Please leave me alone.
You told me you never ignore me. Well, there you go, TikTok crimes. I mean, she's not imagining it. You heard somebody in the background. So obviously that's our guy Wayne. Just wanted to put that out there.
Stop fucking with me!
I'm sorry. You up in my crib acting like this? Oh yeah, you gotta go. Fuck the pussy. Fuck, trying to, get up with you, get up in you. Nah, bitch, nah. You guys to get the fuck up out my house like right now. You ain't got your name on no lease. You probably half-ass paying, your agreement. Nah, you gotta go, man. Nah. Get the fuck up out of here.
I don't want to have sex with you! I don't want to have sex! So stop! I really trust myself! I don't want to have sex with you! Okay! Thank you!
I don't want to have sex with you. Stop fucking with me. Leave me alone. And you know what? Good for her for setting that boundary. Wayne needed to hear that and respect it. But here's where things take a turn that'll make your skin crawl.
I did my deliveries today by myself because I don't want this fucking idiot beside me. He called my phone, fucking nagging at me. He keeps fucking nagging at me. And I can't fucking take it. I don't know why you didn't get me. I was in the house. I'm fucking tired of his voice. I'm fucking tired of his face. He's fucking annoying me. I have to get away from him. That's why we're getting evicted. I have to get away from him. Because how he makes me feel, it isn't a good feeling. I know what I'm capable of. And I don't want to hurt anyone. I swear to God.
Man, that was a sign right there. She said she knows what she's capable of. I mean, obviously, you're very surgical with a knife, I'm hearing. We getting evicted? Are you sure it's we, or maybe he's trying to get you evicted? Because when you let someone stay in your dwelling for a certain amount of time now, and they're paying rent or whatever, there are laws now that you got to go by. You just can't just throw them out. Now, you got to be like the landlord in your own dwelling with a person that's living in your same space. Now you got to go through the process of getting them evicted. So now you got to go down to the courthouse and fill out all the paperwork and pay these, fees and stuff like that to get a motherfucker out of your house that you live in.
I swear on my life, I don't want to hurt anyone. But that's what he's making me feel like. Being around him. I have to get away from him. That's why we're getting evicted. That's why these squirrels came up in his fucking walls. I have to get away from him. Because I don't want to hurt him. Because I will. I don't want to hurt anybody. I got to get away from it. And I swear, if he fucking touch me again, I'm going to have to fucking use force. I already pushed him before. I already pushed him off of me. He think it's funny, but it isn't. He think it's cute, but it isn't. And yesterday, he showed his true fucking colors. And I told him straight up, you're a fucking pervert.
What did he do? Walk out the bathroom with his shit swinging out? Like, hey, what's up? Come on with it. I can only imagine the dynamic that was going on in that house before this girl got popped off. I can only imagine. Yeah, he was a pervert. He probably was trying to show you some things. And you just went nuts and shit. This is definitely not a person that you want to try to settle down with and make a wife. Make an honest woman out of. She ain't it. 10 times over, she ain't it.
And he started crying. And I started calling on angels saying, yo, angels, give me the strength, give me the patience. And then you're like, no, angels, she's lying on me. She's being a bully. No, I'm not a fucking bully. I can see right through him. He disgusts me. He disgusts me.
Now, either this girl suffered from schizophrenia or she has like multiple personality disorders. Now, you heard what she was talking about. The angel, the other voice in her head was telling her to like be cool. But the other voice in her head was like, fuck that. It's time to be, gangster and shit. Either she's schizophrenic or she suffers from multiple personality disorder and just never been diagnosed. And all y'all, not with me, but all y'all out here, saying, oh no, she's just being bullied. Did this look like someone that's being bullied? I mean, honestly, did this these videos that she's posting herself on her platform on TikTok or Instagram, does this look like shit from a person that's being bullied? No, this looks like a person that's crying out for help and she's cracking. That's what it looked like.
Universe gonna have to do something about this. Because I am aligned with the universe. I deserve better.
Did you all catch that? I don't want to hurt anyone. I swear to God. I swear on my life. When someone has to swear multiple times that they don't want to hurt anyone, that's usually because the thought has crossed their mind. And with Afeni, it didn't just cross her mind. It moved in, decorated, and signed a lease.
Like, he disgusts me. He's a disturbing image. He looked like a fucking disease. A walking disease. Like, he just looks so disgusting that I just want to, like, oh my gosh, man. I'm just trying to like not say like how I feel right now. I don't want to sound violent, but I swear, man, he make me want to break his fucking neck. He make me want to break all of his fucking arms. He make me want to break his fucking legs. He make me want to rip his eyes out. He make me want to fucking ball him up and twist him and just fucking throw him out and just fucking rip him in pieces. Oh. It's not a good feeling, I'm telling you. I'm not a bad person at all, I swear. But this just, I don't know what it is. Like, ew. Oh my gosh. Like, it's disgusting, man. It's fucking, he's disturbing me. And I told him, dude, I never was attracted to you. I never was attracted to you. I told him that. So I don't know why he keep thinking that he can fucking wink his eyes at me and touch my arm or something when I'm driving. Stop fucking touching me. And every time he look at me like something is wrong. Every time he look at me like I don't even know how to make the ugly ass face, man. But this dude is a disturbing image. He's a disturbing image. Even when we be out, people be looking like, what the fuck is, like, he's disgusting. What the fuck? And he's rude. He's very rude. He's cranky as fuck. Like, he be acting, he's sarcastic. He snapped on some woman when we were out in public, and I fucking went off for him and told him, dude, this shit is not cool.
Now I'm getting some mixed shit here, right? Because check this out. She's saying that he's repulsive and he's disgusting and disrespectful and pervert, all these things. You know, and this is someone that you're renting a room from in this house. And you don't want to have sex with them. You don't want to be with them. You don't want to do none of that. So why are you out and about in public with the man if you're not trying to do all these things? You know, that's like the mixed signal and shit. And if he falls for this shit, if he was falling for this shit, then, you know, maybe he ain't all the way there himself. And maybe he was hoping for the best or some shit. Maybe if I just keep being nice to her, maybe if I just do this for her, maybe if I give her a break on the rent and this, that, and the third, and, you know, she might jump down with me. But, you know, looking at the kind of person and how her personality is becoming, you kind of like want to fall back from that. So, but she contradicting herself. Girls don't know what the fuck's going on, because if you didn't want to be with this man, why are you out and about in public with him then? If you didn't want to be with him, you're not going to try to be nothing. If you just got the arrangement that you living with him in his house and you're renting a room in his house, that's pretty much all that is. I done been in the past some situations where I rented a room from somebody. I'm not out and about hanging out in the city with these motherfuckers. This was the place of my dwelling where I was laying my head to stop from being homeless and shit at those times. This is the arrangement that we got to give you your money for my rent. That's it. That's all. I don't need to hold your hand. You don't need to walk down the street with me. We don't need to go on long walks on the beach. We don't need to go to the park. We don't need to go out to dinner. We ain't got to do none of that shit. Hi, bye. Cordial, clean up after yourself. Don't fucking set the house on fire. Pay your goddamn rent. Lay your punk ass down. Get the fuck back up. Go work and earn a living so you can get some fucking money to get the fuck out of there.
Cool, don't be fucking going off on random people. You're trying to bring problems my way. I don't like that. I need to get away from you. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, and he's rude as hell, like to like customers. Like, I mean, he's rude, not customers, but he'd be like a customer, like at drive-thrus and stuff. He'd be rude to the people. He's sarcastic, and I have to tell him, dude, stop fucking talking to people like that. Like, I just don't fucking, I cannot stand this dude, man. I cannot stand this dude. I can't stand him, man. I'm telling you. Every time
he make me want to break his fucking neck. He make me want to break all of his fucking arms. Yo, this is about the same man who was bringing her food when she was broke. The cognitive dissonance is staggering. She's simultaneously accepting help from him while fantasizing about violence because he looked at her wrong, had a crush she didn't reciprocate. And the way she describes him, a walking disease, disturbing image, this is dehumanization. When you stop seeing someone as a person and start seeing them as a thing that disgusts you, that's when your mind can justify doing terrible things to them. But here's what should have been the biggest warning sign of all.
I said, I'm not like, dude, I'm not getting the fucking storage with you, crazy. Like, he literally thought I'm thinking I'm gonna get a storage. I'm like, no, I'm getting my own storage. I'm not fucking sharing the storage with him. I don't really want to be around this idiot. I don't want to cause no collateral damage. So angels, if you listen to me right now, fucking help me. Fucking help me.
She's literally calling on angels to help her not hurt this man. She knows she's losing control. She's asking for divine intervention to stop herself from doing something violent. And what do we as a society do when someone is screaming into the void that they're about to hurt somebody? Apparently, nothing. We scroll past. We mind our business. We hope somebody else will handle it. Meanwhile, she's going to work every day, standing next to the fryer, handling knives in the kitchen, serving food to families. And Jennifer's watching her deteriorate in real time.
Then one day she coming in there and talking about some yeah, I broke my door in half and I had to pull my gun out on my kids since this and that. Well, you know, telling us that like the fuck you telling us you pulled a gun out on your kids for? You sound like a fucking psychopath. That's what I wanted to tell her. She was talking about some she blacked out. I'm like, yeah, you must have had blacked out if you pulled the gun out on your kids. Like, you know, like I'm like, what the fuck you telling me this for? Like she think she's like trying to make it seem like that she big dog or some shit. Give a fuck about you telling me about you pulling the gun out on a kid. I don't fucking like that shit doesn't scare me. You know what I mean? That shit doesn't.
And so many people reacted to this video right here, saying that and saying, well, yeah, see, there you go. The manager was crazy. I'm supposed to believe that Omar is a stoolie because Sosa said so? Where's the proof of this shit? Where's the police report? Where's Child Protective Services? If she pulled a gun out on her children, I kind of think that she'd be probably either locked the fuck up or them kids have been taken up out that house. So that kind of story right there, that's kind of far-fetched. It sound believable. It sound good. You almost got me. My mouth was open. You know what I'm saying? But is it true? Or is this is just shit that's playing in this girl's head because now she's getting to that breaking point? You know, it's just crazy. You know, a lot of people was reacting to that on TikTok and other platforms, taking up for this girl. Yeah, see, there we go, blah, blah, blah. You know, she did this and this, that, and the third. And what? Where's the proof of that? It's like when Kevin Samuels used to tell women that used to go on his platform and say that they was abused. Where's the proof of that? Do you have it documented? You have a police report? If not, I ain't trying to hear that shit.
To scare me, if she thought she was trying to intimidate me, that shit didn't intimidate me at all. I don't give a fuck about her telling me about what the fuck she did. Maybe that's why they always fighting her, to defend themselves. They probably felt like their life was threatened. The fuck out of here with that shit.
Now this is where Afeni really showed her cards. She's telling her co-workers that Jennifer pulled a gun on her own kids. Jennifer, the woman who's been raising 6 children alone while their daddy's locked up. The woman who brings her babies to work because she can't afford childcare. That Jennifer supposedly pulled a gun on her kids. And Afeni's response? You sound like a fucking psychopath. The projection is so bright, you could see it from space. Here's Afeni, posting death wishes and murder fantasies, calling Jennifer a psychopath for a story that probably wasn't even true. Because think about it. If Jennifer really pulled a gun on her kids, wouldn't child services be involved? Wouldn't there be reports, records? But Afeni didn't need facts. She needed justification. She was building a case in her mind for why Jennifer deserved whatever was coming to her. Classic dehumanization, classic preparation. And through it all, she kept posting, like she wanted witnesses to her descent. I'm the lava babe, in Volcano Maid, posted on March 30th, 3 months before the murder. When you call yourself Lava and Volcano Maid, you're telling people you're explosive. You're warning them you'll burn everything you touch. Death wish. Posted February 13th, not Valentine's Day, the day before. While everyone else was preparing for love and chocolate, Afeni was posting cakes decorated with death threats. And my personal favorite piece of foreshadowing?
So I wanted to share something funny, right? When I had went to Wendy's, I had got my 10-piece nuggets or whatever. I didn't go through drive-thru though. I went inside the building because the line was too long, a drive-thru. And inside the building was empty. It was only one person in there waiting on their food. But anyway, long story short, after I ordered my food, it was someone else working the drive-thru. And he was like, I'm tired of taking these orders or whatever. I'm not going to keep taking these orders. And I thought that he thought that I was trying to order something because I was standing right there by the register. And I was like, I already ordered my order. He was like, no, I'm talking about drive-thru. And I was like, oh. So then when the other guy that was already helping me came back, I was like, tell him to pull his pants up so he don't trip over his ass. And then that's when I think he said he was already trying to tell him that or something. And then I just left out of there. Like, pull your fucking pants up, dude. You look a hot man.
Yeah, well, if you really listen to her, she doesn't really think men too fondly. I think she has a deep-seated hatred for men. Like I said, I don't know what happened in her past, in either her past relationships, either in her upbringing, how she was raised. I'm sure this story is far from over, because it's far from over. She just got arraigned, last week. And bond was set at $25 million. So she ain't getting out of jail no time soon. court date coming up. So yeah, it's probably going to be a cut and dry case. It's not probably really going to go to trial. If it does, it's fucking probably going to be like a day because she got a public pretender, defending her, and that ain't going to go off well because she ain't got the money to pay for a lawyer. Hell, I'm surprised some of you motherfuckers is talking all this shit, in her favor, ain't started a GoFundMe for her. Oh, let me shut the fuck up before I fuck around and see that shit. But anyway, you didn't hear that. So scratch that, I didn't know it's alive. I'll delete that shit. But it don't sound like she likes men too kindly.
Mess. Like, seriously. But seriously, I know how people sag or whatever, but he was tremendously sagged. His shit was like over his cheeks. Dude, pull your fucking pants up. What the fuck are you doing? I understand when it's halfway or whatever, because the guys try to leave room for their little penis or whatever. But but dude, this dude pants was too fucking low. I'm like, tell him to pull his pants up so he didn't trip over his ass. And then I had walked out of there. I just had the spirit to say that, so fuck it. I just said it.
She went to Wendy's for nuggets and ended up critiquing some employees' sagging pants. Told him to pull them up so he don't trip over his ass. The audacity of someone posting death wishes to be worried about somebody else's appearance. But that's the thing about people like Afeni. They're always the hero in their own story. Everyone else is wrong, inappropriate, or attacking them. She can fantasize about breaking Wayne's neck, but God forbid somebody sag their pants at Wendy's. By early July, Afeni was a powder keg with a lit fuse. She'd lost perspective on reality. Every slight was an attack. Every correction was bullying. Every boundary was persecution. And Jennifer? Jennifer was just trying to run a restaurant. She had health inspections to worry about, customer complaints, food safety. And yes, managing an employee who spent more time making TikToks than taking orders.
I was wrongfully treated today at work. I was literally physically tapped on a lot of times. My name kept getting called. I was doing a great job. I kept getting sabotaged, tempted, so my button can get pressed and I can go out of character. So although I went out of character, all I could say was stop talking to me. That's all I could say. Stop talking to me. And to walk into my space, still bothering me, and I said, get away from me. Please get out of my space if you don't mind. I can't talk right now, and you still continue to touch me. That made me very unhappy. It was ridiculous. Because I know that I'm a great person, and I know I won't be tolerating that. So since they decided to bully me, let the universe show them what's next. Because it wasn't right. It was ridiculous. And there will be hell to pay for that. Without a doubt.
Tapped. Not hit. Not pushed. Tapped. Probably someone trying to get her attention because she was in her own world. But in Afeni's mind, this was assault. This was bullying. This was worth what she was planning. Since they decided to bully me, let the universe show them what's next. Because it wasn't right. It was ridiculous. And there will be hell to pay for that. Without a doubt. Hell to pay. She said it right there. On camera. For the world to see. But who was watching? Who was listening? McDonald's corporate? The local police? Her friends? Or were we all just too busy with our own lives to notice someone announcing their plans to make someone pay hell's price? July 10th started like any other morning at the McDonald's on 9 Mile Road. breakfast rush hitting different when you're short-staffed. Customers wanting their McMuffins yesterday. And Jennifer Harris doing what she'd done for 15 years, keeping it all together. Afeni showed up for her shift, and something was off. More than usual, the attitude was thicker, the disrespect louder. And Jennifer had enough. She sent Afeni home. Again. According to court testimony, when Afeni was walking out, she said 3 words that should have shut down the whole restaurant. I'll be back. Not, I'll see you tomorrow. Not, this isn't fair. Just, I'll be back. And she meant it.
A mother killed in a workplace stabbing.
My mama died trying to take care of us.
A McDonald's manager killed in the middle of the morning rush, and police say it was another employee who did it.
Jennifer Harris was working her shift this morning when she sent an employee home early. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Kimberly Gill.
And I'm Ty Steele. Police say that employee left and then came back and killed her with a knife. This happened at the McDonald's on 9 Mile West, west of Kelly and East Point. Noel Frio is live with the details. Noel, we hear a Good Samaritan stepped in and tried and stop this.
Yeah, that's right. Police say that stabbing happened near this drive-through window behind me. And they say a customer who was in the drive-through stepped in and stopped the suspect from fleeing the scene before police arrived. We've now learned that the victim was a mother of 6. Employees described the terrifying moments inside a McDonald's after a worker attacked a manager with a knife. Police say the employee had been in an argument with the manager that ended with her being sent home.
She left for 5 minutes. She came back with a mask on her face. And the only thing I seen was her hands. That's how I knew it was her.
Family of the victim identify her as 39-year-old Jennifer Harris. She was stabbed multiple times before a customer in the drive-through line intervened, holding the employee at gunpoint until officers arrived.
He had her sitting down there about in the parking lot next to a vehicle, and he had the gun pointed at her. That's when police and all them rolled up.
Meanwhile, inside, Jennifer's co-workers were trying desperately to save her life, applying pressure to wounds that wouldn't stop bleeding, calling her name, begging her to hold on. But 15 stab wounds. There's only so much a body can take. The police response was swift. She didn't resist arrest, didn't try to run again, just sat there like the weight of what she'd done was finally hitting her. Inside, paramedics worked on Jennifer, but everybody knew. You could see it in their faces. They transported her anyway, because that's what you do. You try until there's nothing left to try. At the hospital, doctors pronounced what everyone already knew. Jennifer Harris, 39 years old, mother of 6, was gone. Her kids found out through social media. Let that sink in for a minute. Nobody got to sit them down gently. Nobody got to hold their hands. They saw it on Facebook or TikTok or whatever. Their mama's death turned into content before they even knew she was hurt.
Tell us about your sweet mama. My mama was a good person. She was the best mom anybody could ever ask for. My mama, she woke up every day and went to work for us. My mama died trying to take care of us. She died. My God. She was so good to everybody. A hard-working woman. So kind. If anybody needed help, she would give you her last. Give you the shirt off her back. She did not deserve that at all.
How many kids does your mom?
6. All 6 of us. Me and my
5 girls
siblings.
and 1 boy.
My brother. And she's aware that she took us from her. We met everybody at McDonald's. My mama always shared with everybody that she loved her kids, showed them pictures of us. We would come up here. We met her co-worker.
Listen to them. Really listen. My mama died trying to take care of us. That's not just grief talking. That's truth. Jennifer died at her job. The job she kept for 50.
That didn't sound like no woman that broke down a door. and put a gun to their children's face. You know, does that sound like someone that will break down a door in their house that they got to pay rent to or mortgage or whatever to point a gun at your children? I don't sound like that. Let me know if I'm seeing things while I'm going crazy.
15 years to feed those babies. We met the lady and everything. They met Afeni. She gave them stickers. She knew their faces, knew their names, knew they needed their mama. And she still did what she did.
All right. Previous Court of 9 session. I'm with Captain Davis presiding.
You may be seated. Good afternoon, everyone. Detective Showers, please approach for the swear-to. Please raise your right hand. Do you swear that the information being provided is true and accurate to the best of your information, knowledge, and belief, subject to penalties of perjury?
I do.
Put your hand down. With regard to the defendant, Afeni Muhammad, please set forth the factual basis for the warrant request.
Yes, Your Honor. 7/10/25, McDonald's employee Afeni Muhammad stabbed McDonald's manager Jennifer Harris multiple times with a kitchen knife at the McDonald's restaurant at 179219 9 Mile. Harris was not armed at the time and died of her injuries. Prior to the stabbing, Muhammad was sent home by Harris for not performing her work duties and told Harris, "I'll be back." Muhammad was arrested on scene and the knife was recovered. Muhammad admitted that she intended to kill Harris and stated that after she was sent home, she drove to a nearby park, decided to come back and stab Harris with a knife that she had inside of her vehicle. When Muhammad returned to stab Harris, she entered the back entrance with a hood mask over her face in an attempt to conceal her identity and attempted to flee the scene after the stabbing, but was stopped by an armed customer.
That sounds premeditated. That sounds planned. She did a Terminator on him and said, "I'll be back." He came back, stabbed that woman 15 times. A few times I heard in the face. They also the knife that she had earlier, right? I don't know if that's the knife she used. They said it was a kitchen knife or something. I'm not sure. But she got stabbed in the face out of those 15 times.
And the requested charges are murder in the first degree, count 2, dangerous weapon carrying with unlawful intent, and there's a habitual second notice offense. Is that correct?
That is correct, Your Honor.
The warrant is being signed and we can proceed to arraignment.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Calling file number 25354, People versus Afeni Badu Muhammad. Counsel, appearances for the record, please.
Someone named this, well, I heard her last name, she changed to Muhammad, but Badu? You want to call yourself Afeni Badu Muhammad? Okay.
After you guys, Sean Hayes, on behalf of the people.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. Please, this honorable court, man, carrying on behalf of Mrs. Muhammad, who does appear to be assumed.
Your name, please, ma'am?
Okay, Muhammad.
Very good. You're here today for arraignment on the charges of murder in the first degree, premeditated, count 2, carrying a weapon with unlawful intent, and a habitual second notice. Mr. Licata, how does your client wish to proceed?
Thank you very much, Your Honor. At this time, my client is asking the court to enter a not guilty plea and this matter set for a probable cause conference of the preliminary exam. I have advised my client of her rights as well as the charges against her and the potential penalties. We are ready to proceed on those grounds.
Very good. Ma'am, do you understand the nature of the charges against you to your satisfaction after talking to your attorney?
Yes.
Very good. I will go ahead and enter a not guilty plea on your behalf. Are you requesting a court-appointed attorney?
Yes.
I will appoint an attorney to represent you. We'll set this matter for a probable cause conference on July 23rd, 2025 at 1 p.m. The preliminary examination will be on July 30th, 2025 at 1 p.m. As to bond, Mr. Licata?
Thank you very much, Your Honor. Just briefly, my client is 26 years old, does live in the great city of East Point. Your Honor, my client is a high school graduate. In fact, is actually was taking some online classes for college for a physical therapy degree. Your Honor, there are some disturbing facts in this particular matter, but there are facts that haven't been brought out yet, and my client is extremely anxious to have those facts brought to light during the pendency of this case. She was in an extremely abusive relationship that was not only mental but physical, that involved alcohol issues, which is where the habitual second stems from, and her prior record. Your Honor, my client is a helpful person. She's a giving person. She's actually is credited with saving a life because of a 60-year-old who had skin cancer that she may go to the doctor to find out that that's exactly what it was, and that person is doing extremely well right now. I understand the facts that have been laid out today in the warrant, but at this time, Your Honor, we are asking the court to consider a bond in this manner that is appropriate, that my client can meet so that she can meet with her attorneys and prepare her for defense in this manner. Thank you.
Thank you. On behalf of the people?
Yes, thank you, Your Honor. Pursuant to court rule, the court is well within its authority to grant no bond involving any case involving murder. In this case, we are requesting no bond for this defendant. Also provided within the court rules are certain factors for this court to consider when determining whether to grant any bond at all. And in this case, we are requesting no bonds that indicate. First of all, the court can consider whether or not this defendant is a threat to the community. She entered a public building with other individuals, other employees that were present. She produced a weapon that was a knife longer than 3 inches, and she stabbed the victim multiple times, up to possibly as many as 15 times, eventually causing her death. There were other employees that were present at the time, some of which attempted to help the victim after the stabbing occurred. That alone is enough to show that there is a threat to the community. She then ran from the building to her vehicle, presumably with the intent to flee from the scene. She was stopped by a helpful bystander. You're also able to consider the likelihood of conviction in this case, given the facts as laid out by Detective Showers and the information that the prosecutors have reviewed in order to charge this defendant. There is a very high likelihood of conviction. And then finally, the defendant does have a prior instance of at least one that I'm aware that involved a stabbing, similar obviously to the stabbing that occurred in this case involving a knife. So given all of those factors and given the fact that this court does have authority to give no bond to defendants charged with murder, I am asking at this time for no bond in this case.
Thank you, counsel. The court has reviewed the charges and the circumstances surrounding this case. The defendant is here facing various serious charges, including murder in the first degree, which is one of the most serious criminal offenses in our state, carrying penalties up to life without parole. Additionally, carrying a dangerous weapon with unlawful intent further underscores defendant's potential threat to public safety. Defendant has a prior criminal record out of Virginia for malicious wounding. It was actually felony malicious wounding that was reduced to unlawful bodily injury concerning a stabbing, and that is what gives rise to the habitual second. And in determining bond, the court must look to the factors outlined in Michigan Court Rule 6.106. Number 1, the seriousness of the offense and the danger posed to the community. The charges here involved a violent crime with a weapon, indicating a substantial risk to the public. The court finds there is a significant threat to public safety, and therefore the bond must reflect that risk. Number 2, the weight of the evidence against the defendant. While the evidence is not fully before us and the defendant is cloaked with the presumption of innocence, the nature of the charges along with the prior criminal history suggests that there's substantial evidence against the defendant. Defendant's criminal history: the defendant has a violent criminal past. The history supports the court's concern that the defendant may engage in further violent conduct if she is released. The defendant's ties to the community: While the defendant is relatively young at 26 years of age, there's no indication that she has any significant stabilizing ties to the community that would ensure her return for court appearances. Without these ties, the court is concerned about the likelihood of flight. Number 5, defendant's risk of fleeing or failing to appear. Due to the severity of the charges and the habitual offender status, it makes the defendant a high risk for flight. The court finds that this factor weighs heavily in favor of a high bond amount. Substance abuse or mental treatment, although there are no reports at this time suggesting that the defendant suffers from mental health or substance abuse issues that would mitigate the risks posed by defendant's release, the court is, after considering all of these factors, going to be setting bond at $25 million cash surety only with conditions. If the defendant is able to meet those conditions, she must be on a GPS steel cuff tether. She's not to leave the state of Michigan. She is to report her address within 24 hours of, she must report any change of address within.
Her attorney tried to paint a picture of abuse, mental health struggles, even brought up that she supposedly saved someone from skin cancer once. Like that somehow balances out taking a mother from 6 children. But the judge wasn't buying it. When the prosecutor laid out the facts, the premeditation, the mask, the attempt to flee, the 15 stab wounds, the judge set bail at $25 million, not $25,000, not $250,000, $25 million, cash only. Some of you all might think that's excessive, but think about what this woman did. She didn't snap in the moment. She left, thought about it, came back disguised, and butchered a woman in front of her co-workers. If that doesn't warrant the highest bail possible, what does? The prosecutor said something that hit different. The victim leaves behind 6 children, 6 young lives that will now grow up without a parent. This isn't just a statistic. This is a family shattered, a future forever altered. Afeni was appointed a public defender. The same system she felt was against her now had to provide her with free legal representation. The irony would be laughable if it wasn't so tragic. Her next court date was set for July 23rd for a probable cause conference. Preliminary exam on July 30th. The wheels of justice starting their slow grind while 6 kids tried to figure out how to bury their mother. And through all of this, Afeni's social media sat there like evidence of a crime foretold. Every video a warning, every post a red flag, every threat a preview of coming attractions. This was posted April 12th, 3 months before the murder. Lovely afternoon, she captioned it. Comments saying she should make horror movies. If only they knew she was planning to star in one. She's looking at life without parole if convicted. Michigan doesn't play about premeditated murder. She'll have all the time in the world to think about how a work schedule conflict ended with her in a cage forever. Wayne, if he's real, if he's out there, probably doesn't even know how close he came to being the one in the mall. Those videos about wanting to break his neck, rip his eyes out. Jennifer just happened to be the one who
I know, Wayne, wherever you at, consider yourself dodging a bullet. Like I said, I don't know how long she was living with you, but consider yourself blessed. You must not been too bad of a person, but she was sure lashing out at you like she wanted to do something to you. So Wayne, wherever you are, wherever you're at, if you catch wind to this clip, consider your ass blessed. It could have been your ass laid down. It could have been you getting a bad situation, you know, some piercings that you didn't need in your body. So definitely consider yourself blessed.
push that final button. It could have been anybody.
And every time you call my name, nah, I just want to say, stop talking to me. Like, you know, like me, like he's so annoying. Like, I don't know how to fucking explain it. I really fucking don't. But he's so fucking annoying. Like I'd be like sometimes I ignore him because it's like I don't want to like snap. Like, cause it's like a disturbing feeling. Like why are you fucking talking to me? Like it's disgusting. Like he just looks disgusting in his fucking face. You know, he got all these fucking scabs on his fucking neck because he got a little disorder problem. This, you know, fucking picking at his neck and shit. And he cry a lot. He cry a lot. He do all that sobbing shit. It don't even be like a regular cry. It's like he just like make this like annoying ass sound. Like it's like, dude, get the fuck away from me, man. And then like so I just yesterday, like when I was driving, he kept trying to disturb my peace. He kept on like he kept on like saying shit like when I was driving the whole time, like I didn't know what I was doing. Like, dude, I drive safer than him. Just so you know, I drive safer than him. This dude don't drive safe at all. He don't. I be having to monitor him. So I think he was being sarcastic yesterday, trying to be funny, acting like he had to monitor me. But it's like he didn't have to do that with me though, because I ain't the one that needs.
I'm getting real. You took advantage of a person that probably is not all that mentally well themselves, but had a roof over their head. And it sounded like you was taking advantage of that situation as far as where you was living at with them. And, you know, you explaining all these different things that's wrong with them. Or it might not be anything wrong with them. It might be just what's in her fucking head, how she perceives him. Like I say, we haven't seen this Wayne fellow yet, but I'm sure as the days and the weeks go on, we're going to get more and more information of what's really going on. This is just scratching the surface right now, but it's just a lot of surface to scratch, you know, and it's just sad. But yeah, that's pretty much it as far as that. Shit, man. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in tonight. Man, hit the like button on the way in. Subscribe if you're new. Thanks for listening to what we got going on. Thanks for fellowshipping. It's kind of light crowd tonight. Like I'm saying, I'm getting more into putting my live streams out more on a regular. So like I said, tonight is every Tuesday at 8:30 p.m. Central. This upcoming Friday, I'm gonna do another stream. I'm quite sure it's gonna be more information that's on this situation right here. Fuck, I'm spent. I'm tired. It's been a long day, and this was kind of longer than what I normally do. I kind of exceeded time a little bit, but you know, it is what it is. I just want to put as much as that information out that I want to put out. Shout out to all the content creators that I've done reactions to. Shout out to all those that's tuned in. Shout out to all my moderators, whether you was here tonight or not. Hey, God bless you. Catch this on the replay, gang. Like I say, you are here at the Black Bottom Roscast. And like my man Simple the P say, I want you to live as long as you want and never want as long as you live. Be mindful of the people that you be around. Be mindful that mental illness is a real thing. Be mindful of how you treat people. Be mindful of the actions that you do when you're letting the walls cave in on you. I know life is not easy, but you sure can make it hard with the decisions that you make. With that being said, this is Ross Lee. This is the Black Bottom Roscast.